Gentlemen, we are, 11 hours, less than 11 hours from week 3, finally here. Sorry for the late start tonight. Thought I'd be home at 11:30, then it was 12:30, and now it's 1. I came on right when I got home. Story is still joining here shortly. I don't know what his deal is. He keeps on deleting the emails. I sent him the link. I sent him the link at 3. He just deletes his emails. I'm not spam. Am I coming under spam? I don't know. Whatever. How are we all doing tonight? We have a great show for you tonight. Oh, the man, the myth, the legend. I appreciate that from Elite. Thank you guys for waiting. It's gonna be a late night. I am a quarter in the bag. So halfway through the show, I'll be half in the bag, and then by the end of the show, hopefully, I'll be fully in the bag. Also, I will be on at 9:30 a.m. Well, that means 10, right? Apparently, usually I'm pretty punctual, but maybe 10 a.m. We're gonna go 10 a.m. tomorrow for start sit. Do an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes start sit live tomorrow morning. And then we'll do the recap show Sunday nights. So this is going to be the gambling show. Did you, Elite, did you guys all tail my bets this week? I'm doing good, man. Good night. Good night. How are you? Did you tail my bets, Elite? I'm pooping and scrolling right now. Ooh, from Meow. Pooping and scrolling. That's cool. I mean, I'm fine with, I'm cool with being a poop and scroll. So we like that. I'm going to text Story real quick. I'm going to play a clip in the meantime, and then we'll get this going.
Hey, guys, the management needs everybody to get out because they caught a guy jerking off in here, and they're going to send in a crew to wipe down the loads. Go ahead.
Love that. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so I'm going to recap my bets here real quick before we get into every game. I know that some of the regulars probably tailed these bets, but yeah, I can't. I agree, dude. With all you guys, you've been one of the most important ones here. And I did put the link in for the Discord, and that's going to be popping here shortly. So I'm going to put my bets in here for the week. For those of you that haven't bet them, hopefully you bet them, Elite, because they're all going to hit. First one, we got Marvin Harrison over 46.5 receiving yards. That has gone up to 50. I knew it was always going to. I can't believe it opened at 46. I love it up to 55, dude. Let's be honest. Great matchup. My bet of the week, I think this one still is at 10.5. Trevor Lawrence, 10.5. Love this one. I like the alt lines. I bet the alt lines here on Trevor Lawrence up to 50 yards. 50 plus yards is like 50-1, bro. I'm super, super bullish on the Trevor Lawrence one. Calvin Ridley, this one I'm in between on, but it's a low number, 49. I think it might have gone up to 50 yards. Love this over here. Drake London over 64.5 yards. Seems like a tough matchup on paper. Run heavy game script. I don't care. Love that. Nico Collins, 68.5 yards. This one has to happen. I think this is up to 70 yards. I don't care. Nico's going to get it going. Christian Kirk is back this week. Only good things from Nico Collins going forward. And this one is the tricky one. I bet this one on Thursday at 54.5 receiving yards. Dude, it's up to like 63 yards. I still like it at 63. I love it at 54. Like, if I lose this bet, I'm going to freak. So, there you have it. Ooh, I like the positivity. You know what, Elite? I am in 25, like you said. I take 15 and 10 every week just because the amount of players I'm up against that I have. My key is to not have, I don't like to have a losing week. So if I can go 8 or 9 weeks to start the year without a losing week, my goal is I want 66 or 70% playoffs. 70% playoffs is ideal. And look who it is. Well. How you doing, Story?
Yo, what's going on?
What's up? What's going on, Ryan? Story, stop deleting your emails. Like, are you just one of those guys that just goes through and just deletes shit? Like, this is not a shit email. This is a Professional Fanatics email regarding a very important live stream.
You said it during the afternoon, so I assume it had to be a mistake, but here we are.
Well, no, it wasn't a mistake. I knew I was going to be like rushing against it. I had 11:55 scheduled because I didn't want to put it for the next day because then people might be like, oh, it's on Sunday, even though technically it is Sunday today. And I wanted to just get it out there so I don't have to do it live. I was trying to get here as quick as I could for the people.
Well,
and
here we are.
Good. I mean, we're here. How was your night, man?
Go ahead. I'm going to throw the USC Michigan State game on. Don't pay any attention over here. I'm just going to keep this on. I got a little money on this one, so we're going to keep an eye on this over here. No big deal.
It's no big deal. Who do you have?
USC.
What is it close? Are you gonna win? What we got going on here?
Well, they're up by a touchdown and they're driving. I teased it down to 10, so the over part is already in. So we just need the
They're favored. They were favored by what? 14, 16?
13. No, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of a different game. I teased it down to 14. I think they close as like 19-point favorites or something like that.
Elite, we're going to get to all that here in a short little bit. I do have a question for Story because on the way home, we'll get to this in a second. I know you're not like the biggest music fan, but you're still human. We all like music. So give me your 2 guilty pleasure like artists, bands, artists that like it's kind of embarrassing when you tell people that you like them.
I mean,
you have any?
Yeah, it's Barry Manilow.
Oh, Barry Manilow. Have you seen Road Trip?
Yes.
Coming to you live from Ithaca, New York. Yeah, Barry Manilow. That's Tom Green's character in Road Trip, if you didn't know.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm a huge 80s rock fan. So Journey, Boston.
Well, Boston's great. Journey sucks dick.
Oh, dude, Journey's awesome. Forget about that. And then I grew up in high school on rap. So Dre, Nelly, Wyclef, all that kind of stuff.
That's not guilty pleasure. That's just good shit. I mean, I'm not even a hip hop fan, but like that's good shit. That brings us back. More Than a Feeling's okay. That's like a cult classic, right? You ready for mine? I have 2. And the one's more recent. That's been a recent love of mine. That's really out there that people are going to be like, what, Rob? Again, wearing the 311 shirt. I'm a rocker, bro. I'm a drummer. I'm a rocker. Give me 1 second. Oceanic Man. He's a Ween guy. Oceanic Man's a Ween guy who I love Ween. That's not a guilty pleasure because Ween's one of the greatest bands of all time. Goo Goo Dolls for me is one of my all-time guilty pleasure bands because if you don't know much about Goo Goo Dolls, they were a pretty awesome punk band in the 80s. And they just turned to the Goo Goo Dolls we know them as. It's just like, not to throw the gay word around, but they're gay. But I like it. I love Goo Goo Dolls. And the recent one is Billie Eilish, dude. Have you listened to a lot of Billie Eilish Story?
I know Billie Eilish. She did the intro song to the latest season of True Detective. And so I like that song. I started to get a little bit into her stuff then.
Listen to I don't know if it's a recent album, the Birds of a Feather song, which is great. That's like her big hit. But like that whole album, dude, I'm a Deftones fan. And like there are some for sure Deftone vibes in Billie Eilish's music, which makes no sense. You're talking about a pop star and like a new metal type band. But wow, man, I love that album. Listen to it on the way home. That's one thing me and my wife, like she actually has really good music taste. But like that's one thing that's like a girly thing people like girls like her, even though I think she's into girls, which hey, we like lesbians, let's be honest.
I got something in that vein. I actually am a big fan of Sia.
Ooh. I thought you were gonna say Seal. I love Seal. Seal's awesome.
Everybody loves Seal. No, Sia.
Everyone loves Seal. Yeah. Okay. All right. That was just a weird little intro, but yeah. So I guess what I would say is we both you like the old school rap though. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, like late 90s rap through the mid 2000s is my jam.
I guess for me, I'll just put it simply. I am a Billie Eilish fan.
You are Michael Bolton? Yeah.
Is that your real name?
Yeah.
Are you any relation to the pop singer?
No, it's just a coincidence.
Vic, I'll be honest with you. I love his music. I do. I'm a Michael Bolton fan. For my money, I don't know if it gets any better than when he sings "When a Man Loves a Woman."
Bolton fan. We have a question here from I like this comment. She has huge tits. Does Billie Eilish have huge tits? That's pretty cool. Okay, Oceanic Man, my Ween, our resident Ween expert says, should I start Travis Etienne or Jalen Warren tomorrow? It's Travis Etienne, right?
Yeah, although Warren's a good play regardless, but it's Etienne. Do you heard what Rogers said about Jalen Warren, right?
No, I didn't hear him. What did he say?
Basically, to sum it up, he trusts him and he wants to see him get more touches, especially on like third downs and stuff like that. So,
sorry, Kenneth Gainwell.
Week 2 looked really good. By the way, you like my Winnie the Pooh mug?
I do like that. Lead says, Rob, if you want to check out a dope drummer, Mike Portnoy. Yeah, Portnoy is awesome. I'm a Tool fan as well. But yeah, Dream Theater, that's some next level like math rock, which is solid as fuck. Put a girl on. My wife is too tired to come on. She's been on before. Gentlemen, do you think Jackson Smith and Jigma plays came down with an illness, I guess? Yeah, I heard that. That sucks. I have a lot of JSN. I
He's
think
playing.
he plays. What do you?
He's playing. Yeah. When was the last time you actually saw somebody sit because of an illness?
Yeah. It happens, but it's about the player too, right? Does the player have that dog in him? Story.
Yes, that quantifiable dog metric.
Right. Should I start Kraft? I'm worried he won't get much action. You have to start him if you have him. Here's my take on the Kraft thing. I wanted him to sit this week because I have 11 shares, right? But I am definitely going to start Kraft just because when he comes off the field more than usual, it's going to be on running downs where he's usually 90%. He'll play 70% and still get all the routes he would normally get. Maybe a little less action in terms of if they call an audible on the line of scrimmage. You won't get that leak out little 8-yard catch. He's going to still be fine in touchdown equity, right?
Right. He's got as good a chance to catch a touchdown as any tight end in the league right now, including Brock Bowers, who's probably playing hurt still.
He has more of a chance than Brock Bowers. Let's see. Dubs or Shaheed? Dubs or Shaheed from Daniel?
Oh, Dubs.
Dubs safer. Shaheed upside. Shaheed has a tough matchup, though, but they're going to be throwing a lot in Seattle.
Seattle's probably the toughest matchup, especially for outside wide receivers. So I would go with Dubs. You got
Cleveland's not an easy matchup either.
Nah, but I think there's plenty of upside with Jordan. I'm starting Jordan Love in one league.
Look at this comment from Unique. I love this because we were just talking about the fantasy footballers. Crazy. I guess the fantasy footballers vibe here. Entertaining, but way more knowledgeable. When can we donate? Would love to buy you guys some beers and cocktails. Appreciate you, man. We are going to be monetized. That's why I've been doing so many shows, and that's not the only reason, but I'm trying to get to the 3,000 watch hours is the thing. I have the subscribers. I have all the other things. That'll be coming by next week. I appreciate you even bringing it up because that's supposed to be my job. Love it. And it's very true because the footballers vibe, the friends vibe, I've had some really good guests. I don't know if you saw Dave on here yesterday. Dave is a G. Chaz was solid. Ben's awesome. Story is just the OG of OGs. Me and him are like a great couple, right? Like I'm the top, he's the bottom. He's submissive, I'm aggressive. Those things,
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, that's better. Yeah, yin and yang, same thing. But I appreciate that comment, Unique. Thank you so much. You'll see when I have the super chat going, and I appreciate it. I'm gonna start with some Patreon shit. We're gonna get this going like hardcore with like levels of this shit. It won't be much money. Get you some insider information, some early bets, I'm going to have some guest appearances on here that you could win, and I want to get you guys on the show. And we can have 4 people on the show. You can be on with me and Story, right in between, smushed in between me and Story, right, Story?
Here we go. I'd love to see a smusher in there. Get some smush action. By the way, did you see Elite Division? He's got USC money leg as the last leg of his college football parlay, and I love it. By the way, Elite, if you're interested, I'm on a college football podcast. It's not on YouTube, but if you go to like any of the podcast streaming places like YouTube, or not YouTube, but go to search for the college football rundown. Both of my best bets, my pick'ems for this week hit. So Michigan covered the 2.5, and then I actually picked Temple to upset Oklahoma State because I didn't think Oklahoma State deserved to be laying 2 touchdowns for anybody, and that was a nice plus 380 win. I gave that out on the pod on Wednesday this week. So go find the college football rundown. We do that once a week, and we give our bets, and it's all straight up betting podcast. A little bit of fantasy, mostly betting.
So let me get this straight. Week 0, when you gave me those 2 plays that both lost, I lose those, and you don't give me any other plays the rest of the year, and now you're winning. And
that was a warm-up bet. If you listen to the podcast,
oh, thanks. You give me the warm-up bets. I'm putting in 6 hours a day on this podcast. I can't be watching other podcasts.
Weeks 1, I wasn't on week 2, but week 1, 3, and 4 have all come in hot. I wasn't on week 2.
You son of a bitch. Central says start 2, Dobbins, DJ Moore, or Terry McLaurin. Depends on the scoring, but I think Dobbins has to be it.
Yeah, Dobbins catches some passes, and it feels
Dobbins
like
and
DJ
DJ
take some time for what's his name, RJ Harvey, to actually come on in that offense.
Yeah, so is it DJ for the second one or Terry, or that's a toss-up?
Dude, I'm sitting Terry in most places, unless I don't have a better option. Like, I'm starting Chris Olave over Terry McLaurin in one league.
Chris Olave, baby.
I know, right? Target monster. But if I don't have a much better option, I'm worried about Terry McLaurin this week.
What's up, Mark? Just so you know, for those of you that haven't been able to get in the Discord chat, it's in the description. I updated it. It should work. If you haven't got in there, let me know. Try to join it. And if it works, let me know. If it doesn't, let me know. A Unique, again, thank you so much for the nice words. Elite says, Rob, I was going to tail your bets, but you still didn't tail mine. I tail everyone's bets. I just don't tell stories because he doesn't tell me. And Elite says, Rob's a lemonade, Mike's the sweet tea, perfect Arnold Palmer. I'm blushing over here, and my dick is hard.
Dude,
would you love to see Story absolutely? Would love to see Story absolutely hammered on the show sometime from Colby.
It's coming.
Let's go.
It's coming.
It's
coming.
Because he's a very well-spoken guy, so he can take a step back in talking and still be better than 90% of everyone, right?
Well, I mean, you've seen me on a couple of pods where I've had, but one of these
you
nights,
get a little jacked up.
Yeah.
So,
I got a big wedding
15?
coming up next week, so I'm trying to maintain a little sense of normalcy.
Okay, I'm having issues here. Hold on.
Okay,
You hear me, Story?
I can hear you just fine.
I'm frozen on the stream with my head cocked. Hold on.
Hey, I'm here. All right. Let's see. What do we got? Am I stupid to do a 15-leg moneyline parlay for 5 bones? Yeah, that's a little crazy. I don't know how much you're betting to make that 15. I would guess what? It's a $10 bet, something like that. That's going to hit very, very, very seldomly, probably like 0.5% of the time. So if you've got some disposable income and you have fun, you want to have a 15-leg parlay and have fun, I say go for it. Be my guest. Go nuts. I did a 10-leg parlay in Vegas once. We did a combination of, what did we do? College basketball, NBA, and hockey, I think. And we were all together, and I went and placed it, and things were going great. And then we came down to like Utah in college basketball, and we were given 2.5, and I think they won by 1.5. So they didn't cover. It was a bummer. We missed out on our 10-legger by 1. That would have been a nice little payday. Picks with Harrison over 54 yards being his top pick. Yeah, that's Rob's top pick for tomorrow is Marvin Harrison. He said it was easy money. Easy money if you believe
Well,
that.
it's 46.5, Story.
Is it 46.5?
Well, now it's gone up, but I think it's not over 50.
Jamie says 54. I haven't checked yet. I can check I know you said on the podcast that you were expecting it would be up by 50. It's only 46.5. Really? That's crazy.
That's what it opened at, baby.
Yeah.
And Lad McConkey opened at 54, and now it's at 64.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna hedge that and bet the under. I don't know why my video is not coming through.
Weird. You can still look at my sweet face. I need to shave, but otherwise I got that going for me. Saving yards.
Yeah, I'll keep on talking. Everything seems fine except for my video. So
50.5. Marvin Harrison, 50.5 on draft.
I still like that. Should I start Hurts or risky Dak this week? It's Dak. Oh no, shit. So it's Hurts. It's Hurts.
It's Hurts. I
was talking and thinking.
I didn't agree with that.
Yeah. Never bench Jalen. Yeah, you can't. I mean, just because he's going to have 2 rushing touchdowns, and we don't want to fuck with that, right?
Now, you did see that the NFL came out and said that they want the refs to call the tush push a little more tightly. So we could see a penalty on one of those. But the chance is he's probably going to get a rushing touchdown anyway.
Yeah, I would say that. Don't worry. I'll be back at some point. I'm just going to stay on and talk as of now. A buddy said, go look at the under for Vegas on a game when debating between 2 different. Yeah, the over-under is a big, tiebreaker, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, that's a good way to
rushing quarterbacks is a little different, though, right? But yeah, that's a tiebreaker. Mark says, yeah. So I got Marvin Harrison at 46.5 on Bet365. So that's the lowest line. And the weird thing about this game is the lines for the whole game weren't up until I think Friday night or Thursday.
It's a little
late.
Weird
for me, but that's I got that right when I said it, man. I was like, I got to do that one. I got to get it. And yeah, I got to get it. All right. So, Story, do you have any bets that you love for this week?
No, I've been mostly on college this week. I haven't taken a look. I am going to tail the stuff that you put out. So, but no,
have you not bet them yet?
No, I haven't bet them yet. I don't bet till the morning of.
You got to bet them right away. But dude, you got to get the props early because they're going to change.
Yeah, if they move too much, I just don't end up betting them. But I want as much information as possible before I make and lock in any wagers. I bet a lot on Saturday, and I don't go as heavy on Sundays. There's a lot of value to be had in college football. So,
Elite says, I already bet this, by the way. It's Bijan, JT, King Henry, anytime touchdown.
Bijan.
I forget the odds
JT,
on it, but
King Henry. Okay. All right. A little chalky.
But it seems like an automatic winner, right?
Yeah. Mark says Marvin Harrison's at 47.5 on Bet365. I hate them.
Yeah, that's where I hit it. That's where I hit it on. I got the bet $5 to win to get $200 in free bets. So
is that Okay, that's what you betted on. 51. And
Yeah, so I just put all my free money plus an extra $70 on it. So I have like I don't know, my normal unit's like 140 on these bets. Weird number, but
that is a weird number. What do you base that unit number on? How you figure
I didn't want to do 150 and I felt like 125 was too low.
Oh, okay, well, that's
and now I've won all these, so like the losing strategy is to raise it to 150 when I'm 7-1 on my big bet. Not
49.5 on FanDuel. Yeah, bet 365. That's the place to hit it. It looks like. I'll keep looking, see if we can find it anywhere else. Player props receiving.
I have a play this week. Lost Burrow. I think that game is 53.5. Yeah, golf. Yeah, he said I have to play golf this week. Yeah, golf's fine, dude. Golf.
Yeah, golf will
you're
be
gonna
fine.
get volume in that game, so
I'm not worried about golf at all. It looked good. No. I mean, they look like they righted the ship there. I think Green Bay's defense is just that tough. It's really I'm excited to play their defense this week. 49.5. It's at 365. What else are you on this week, Rob? Oh, we lost Rob again. Jeez. Okay, he's out. What else do you guys got? What else do you have this weekend? What other bets are you guys looking at? Let us
Do you hear me now?
I can hear you. Still can't see you.
Okay. Yeah, I know that. I'll put up my bets here real quick. These are the lines I bet them at when I release them. So we got Marvin at 46. We got Trevor Lawrence at over 10.5 rush yards. We have Calvin Ridley over 49.5. We have Drake London over 64.5. I'm going depreciated assets all over the board, dude.
Yeah, no kidding.
8.5. Hey, man, they're going to hit. I want to do A.J. Brown, too. And then Ladd McConkey over 54.5. That one's up to 63. So I don't know if you feel about that one, but
63. Goodness.
I still think that's a good number for Ladd.
I'm a little concerned about Ladd McConkey, just in general. It feels like some of those slot snaps are going to Keenan Allen more so. I just don't know that he's got the upside that we thought he was going to have coming into this week. Let's see here. McConkey, receiving yards, over under. Yes, it's up to 68.5 in some places. So something's going on in that market.
Yeah, because 54 was just way too low, and everyone hammered it. And they took it off the board, and now it is what it is.
Yep, what it is. Okay.
Mark says Cincy's defense valid this week. I have Philly. No, I wouldn't start Cincy's defense. I wouldn't start Phillies either. I would target Seahawks number 1, Chiefs number 2. There's still some other good ones too.
Yeah, Tampa's probably out there. Atlanta's out there probably. You said Indy, right?
Indy's okay. I think Indy could be okay.
I mean, I have concerns about Daniel Jones turning back into a pumpkin and leaving some short fields. I think we talked about that previously.
He likes the under on. Let's get to Jamie's comment first. What's up with Connor not rushing for shit this year? That's Trey Benson, man. It's a Trey Benson snap share.
Yeah, it looks like they're very comfortable giving Trey Benson more work. So if you have Connor, you're kind of in a tough spot. You kind of got to start him. He's still the starting running back, but the target share from Benson went up to, I think, a solid 8% last week, which is it's not good if you're a Connor owner. That's good for a backup running back. Marvin Harrison's also at 47.5 on BetMGM as well. If you have that book for anybody out there.
We got Ryan saying I like the under on Ladd. Maybe the under on 63 or 60, whatever. Under 54 on Ladd is just a bad. I mean, it's still Ladd McConkey. He catches every target he gets, and this is a good matchup against Denver. He still plays 60% in the slot, so he's not going to see a lot of Surtain.
If you want to take the under, go get it on BetMGM. It's 68.5 there.
Whoa, 68.5?
Yeah.
I'm on the right side of that one, buddy. Lee says that's plus 22. Is that two plus touchdowns elite for all three of those players? Because it has to be to have plus 22 to 1 odds.
For which players?
It was Henry. Hold on. It was. Why can't I see it? Henry. It was the one you said that was like chalky.
Yeah, there's no way it's plus 228 then. That's got to be some other
No,
stuff.
I think it must be two plus touchdowns for all those guys. But that would be higher, I think.
Oh, so he said Bijan, Derrick Henry, and somebody else, all 2+ touchdowns. Jesus. Okay. Hey, by the way, Elite, USC is up by 2 scores right now. So fingers crossed they can hold on here.
Okay. He's saying it's all my bets parlayed.
Oh, your bets.
That is that much. Yeah, I already did that. Have you ever fucked with the round robins? The round robins on DraftKings?
Yeah, I used to do that. I don't know how they do it with the new fee, though.
What's up, Senti?
You get that fee on. I used to do them on.
I don't
FanDuel.
have a fee. Yeah,
I don't have a fee on DraftKings, but FanDuel, they're charging everybody despite the stats.
Yeah, fuck FanDuel. I only do big. I'll do like $100 bet on FanDuel or not betting on FanDuel. Or if I get a bonus or a profit boost for like a parlay, I'll do $5 or $10 just because I'm getting the boost. Still not good business, but
yeah, it's ridiculous that they're charging 50 cents on every single bet. It's highway robbery. Caesars
people will do it.
And then I don't know how DraftKings is doing it. If you have status, they're waiving it. But also, if you bet over a certain amount, they're waiving it too, I think.
Logan says Kraft, Jennings, Hampton, or Golden in my flex. I think Sori's going to say Jennings.
I would say right? Jennings, yeah. Jennings, we're still waiting for the Pearsall takeover. In the meantime, Jennings looks like a really solid option, especially if Brock Purdy's back.
No, Elite, it's not. So the round robin isn't win them all or go home. There's like they have different nominations. So if you do a 5-player round robin, for instance, I'll get to your question here in a second, Mark. If it's a 5-team round robin, they do like different variations. There's 2, so you have to win 2 of them, and it doesn't pay out great. It's almost like a little mini parlay. And then you get 3 of the 5, depending on different order, then 4 out of the 5, then 5 out of the 5. That's essentially a parlay. I love it because I do alt lines, so I'll do like 5 plus 400 guys, instead of 50 yards for Ridley, I'll do 90 yards. And I'll do, instead of Lawrence 10 yards, I'll do 25 yards, stuff like that. And guys I think that could smash their number, and I'll do 5 of them. And a lot of times 2 of them or 3 of them will hit. And then like the order, eventually it'll pay out for sure. It's like Keno at that point. You're just fucking.
Oh, I forgot. You're a Keno guy, aren't you? You do Keno.
Fucking love Keno, dude.
Yeah, all you're doing, round robin sounds fancy, but all you're doing, let's say you got player A, player B, player C, all to score a touchdown, and you round robin it. Basically, all you're doing is parlaying each of the permutations. So you're parlaying A with B, and B with C, and A with C. You can also parlay them all, so A, B, and C. Now, when you got 4, it's A with B, A with C, A with D, B with C, B with D, C with D, and then so on and so forth. Or you could do it with 3s, A, B, and C, B, C, and D. So all you're doing is creating parlays within a group without actually having to build all the parlays. You're still getting the same payouts for the most part, but the sites make it really easy to do all of these round robins. I used to do them on baseball all the time. Pitchers to get like their minimum outs, 4 outs, whatever it is, players to get hit, stuff like that. And just throw a few bucks on them, and they can pay off back. Now it's the hold on those is big because you're doing payouts or parlays, but they can be fun. I used to do them for I'm trying to think of some of the other stuff I used to do them for, not for NHL but for NBA sometimes, just like bare bones points.
Yeah, like for the ones I'm talking about that are all 5-1, like alt player, numbers for yards, I'll do like 10 cents and then end up being like $11. And there's so much riding. I just need like 2 of those guys to hit. Depending on the order, I'm making at least double my money. If 3 of them hit, I'm making quadruple my money, maybe 8 times my money. And if 4 of them hit, I'm making $500 on a $10 bet. And if they all hit, the payout, I know it's not going to happen, but if they all hit, you have all those different things in there. It's like $2,300 for $10.
Yeah,
and it gives you more odds than the parlay. The parlay, if one loses, you're fucked. So,
except I guess DraftKings is doing this ghost leg parlay now. Have you seen that?
They took it away, man. They took it away.
Oh, they did. Okay, I don't really do their promotions.
Yeah, because I won every single one of them.
Okay,
not just because of me, but I'm saying it was easy because what they did was they take away the ghost leg. It wouldn't pay out the full amount. It would pay out the 2 players. So if you did 3, which is what you should do, and you won 2 of them, it takes away the one you lost, and you get paid for what it would be of a 2-player parlay, which is easy money, bro.
But they don't have that anymore. They got rid of that promo.
I saw you had to bet something to get it, and I was like, "Fuck that." Unique says, "Wonder if Golden steps up with all the Packers injuries." What's your take, Story?
The Golden steps up. I'm hoping so. I mean, I thought about picking up Wicks in a couple places, Dubs in a couple places. It's going to take time for Golden. he was extremely hyped up. But I think rookies in general were really, really hyped up. Now, like Buka's kind of living up to that. Tet's getting there. From a wide receiver perspective, have there been any other rookies that have made an impact? Probably not, right? And so let's talk about the rookie running backs. We talked about it a little bit again, but are you benching Hampton? I'm benching Hampton. Believe it or not, I'm benching Hampton for Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt in one league.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I think
Kamara or Breece Hall story.
Kamara,
right?
Yeah, it's Kamara.
Yeah.
Like the Jets are going to struggle to move the ball. I know it's Tyrod Taylor, but they're going to struggle to move the ball, and it could be a bad day.
Elite asks, is Hampton even top 36 anymore?
Not
at the moment, right? I think maybe end of season he is. But again, I got to play this. He's just a fucking bouncer, man.
You know what? I'm not going to take it easy because this talking dump of a bouncer is starting to get on my nerves. I'm going to have you fired, dickhole.
We also have Elite says he has over 3.7K loaded up for tomorrow. What is your typical Sunday football? Like, what are you putting on the games?
Sunday pretty light. I'm usually around 250, 300. Saturdays, I go heavy, though.
Like a G for you on Saturdays?
Yeah, usually somewhere between 15 and 2,000, depending on what's going on. Like right now, there's so many games on. It's tough to kind of.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I'm at $1,002 for tomorrow, and usually I'm like I've been at like 700, between 700 and a G. And it's hard to lose it all. I have my big bets, and then I sprinkle a bunch of shit. You got to sprinkle, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, most of it is trying to find value, but you got to have fun. Like I love first touchdown scorer bets. It's such a sucker bet, and I'm well aware of that. But they're just fun. Now I've had a rough go of it this year with first touchdown scorer bets. I've been treading water in the NFL, but in NCAA football, it's been a really good year so far.
Unique says Goff or Hurts this week. I think we think it's Hurts. If it's 6 for a passing touchdown, I might go Goff. But if it's 4 for a passing touchdown, it's Hurts. And he said traded Bucks Rashad White for Troy Franklin.
It's a good trade. I mean, Franklin looks like he could be the guy there. I know it's only been 3 weeks, but he's a rookie who's really come on.
He's a second-year player, Troy Franklin. He played in college.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry, story. I'm in a black screen, so you can't see my face. It's mysterious. I'm personally not on the Franklin hype, but I mean, the thing about Rashad White is he's not really the handcuff there, so I get why you trade him because like Sean Tucker would be a 50% player if there's an injury to Bucky Irving. So I don't really care about Rashad White for redraft. I liked him in best ball, but that's best ball. He'll be fine. What do you think if Bucky got hurt? What do you think the snap share would be with Sean Tucker on an average game? Sean Tucker versus Bucky or versus Rashad White?
70-30. I mean, they really haven't gotten Sean Tucker involved last year outside of the one game, and they haven't been involved this year. So I think it's pretty clear that Rashad White is the backup there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my camera, man. This is stupid. I'm just looking at big.
Weird. Is it on your laptop?
Yeah, and I'm looking, and when I take myself off of the when I'm off the stage, my mic goes away, which makes sense. So let me see. What bets do you like? Any bets tomorrow story that you're leaning towards? While I try to figure this out.
No, like I said, I've been particularly this week and next week. I'm going to be pretty light on, and especially college next week as well. I'm going to be pretty light on bets across the board just because of all my work schedule, and I'm traveling. Travel picks up for me, so I'm going to a wedding. I'll be out of town. I'll be in Pennsylvania most of next week. So tomorrow, I haven't looked. I mean, I'm going to I don't usually just tail blindly, but I'm probably going to scoop up a bunch of your bets. Hey, you're back. Hey, look at it.
Yeah. I'm just telling you, I sent it to you in timely manner. You got to bet them early because if you're on the right side of them in terms of now, it doesn't mean if they're going to be winners or losers, but like I bet the early ones like really early when I know I have an 80% inkling they're going to go up, for instance, when I have the over. And sometimes you do get screwed, right? It sucks when you make a bet early and it's 54 and it goes down to 51. You feel like an idiot, but more times than not, my bets go the other direction.
I mean, I
love that.
Do they ever go down? Like,
well, yeah, you think because most people bet overs, and that's the reason. But So for me, for my lad, I am going to. I have 140, whatever it is on lad over 54. If it's 64 on DraftKings or whatever other book, I'm gonna sprinkle in 20 or 30 on the under, and I could probably win them both. Like that's a 10-yard discrepancy, bro. I know it sucks because I'm so confident 54 hits, but I think that 10-yard, like 4 yards is whatever, but 10 yards, good chance I hit both, right?
I mean, maybe like we see guys.
Would you do that?
Probably not.
Just roll with the 54 because it's a super good value.
Yeah, I mean, like what happened? Somebody gets hurt. Like it's just like why throw the risk in there?
It's not really a risk. It just takes away some of my profit. But there is that if I lose the 54 under, then the obviously the 64 hits, so I eliminate some risk there. And there's just I think there's a decent chance. I feel like there's more of a chance that I win both than I lose the under. That's how confident I am at lad at 54, bro. It's easy money. Like I think everyone is just overreacting. I've been saying this, overreacting to Keenan Allen and fucking Quentin Johnston and Ladd McConkey. We all knew he was overdrafted this year, but that was because of touchdowns in my mind, not because of like production and yardage and catches and usage. And it's been bad, but it's not going to continue to be bad. Am I crazy for thinking that lad at 54 should still be at 70 every week?
What was he last week?
5 for 54.
5 for 54.
He was in week 1. He was like 6 for 70. So it's like that's how bad it's been, and that's as bad as it can be. I mean, maybe you're gonna say the passing volume goes down. I get that, but like Laz won't go down. He's caught like 90% of his targets this year. That's what the guy does, right?
Right.
So
right.
It's like he gets 7 targets. If he gets 6 targets, he might hit this. If he gets 7, he automatically hits this. Automatically.
Man, it's a tough matchup though. Like it is a tough matchup.
Not a tough matchup, dude. Josh Downs just had 8 targets, 6 catches for 51 yards.
Who's their slot corner there in Denver?
It's someone good, but I'm saying Josh Downs just 8 last week, and I know he would have lost this bet with that, but Josh Downs is not Ladd McConkey, right? Daniel Jones is not Justin Herbert.
Right.
That's my thought process.
Well, okay. I mean, good luck. Like it seems like a good bet.
You bet it. And there is no good luck. This is a fucking 75%er. I'm telling you, 75%er.
I mean,
sorry. 7-1 this year, 64% the last 4 years on player props.
That's pretty good. You guys any quarterback rushing?
I only have one. It's Trevor Lawrence, and that's the thing is, I'm a quarterback rushing whisperer guru. Obviously, I didn't like a lot of the lines this week, and I love the depreciated receivers. I prefer to only have quarterback rushing yards, but like if I do that, I'll ruin my like 80%. I got to be picky with those. I should be picky with all bets, but I love like Nico and London, bro. Like in my guillotine league draft I did, they went so late. Like this, that was an eye opener, man. I did so they have guillotine leagues now that you can still do, and I'm gonna do a couple more this week. And Juwan Johnson went in the 5th round. It's a 14-team league, but still, like guys overreact to early production. Like I'm just drafting like I was before the year for the most part, unless there's injuries. Like I don't care. 2 weeks is such a small sample. And yeah, I'm still drafting AJ Brown, like not maybe where he was drafted before, but we had a comment AJ Brown's going to eat. AJ Brown was on an honor. I was so close to betting AJ Brown this week. Well, I have it up here at Unique. AJ Brown's going to be back tomorrow. What are your thoughts on AJ Brown having a bounce back game?
I think the Eagles in general are going to have a good passing game. I feel like they're going to internalize what the NFL has been saying about the tush push and try to shove it down people's throats a little bit. Now, okay, it looks like the nickel corner for the Broncos is Jaquan McMillan. He's a pretty good. I mean, he's got a 77 coverage grade or overall grade with a 69.7 coverage grade. So it is not a very difficult matchup, but it is above average. So just keep that in mind.
Please just bet Ladd McConkey. Again, I can't advocate as much because you're not going to get the number I got. And like 54.5. Again, Marvin Harrison is my most confident, 46.5, and Trevor Lawrence 10.5. Trevor Lawrence is going to have 40 yards rushing in this game. Story. Just wait.
40 yards.
What are your thoughts on Trevor Lawrence? Yeah, I think they're gonna give him a couple RPOs, and he's gonna scramble. And then I also think that the Texans pass rush is amazing, and he's gonna be fucking running for his life all game, dude.
Okay. I mean, the only concern I have is that they're not going to need to score much. So it is That is a real concern for me when you're playing teams against against Houston.
So you think you would say the Jags? You want the Jags in that game if you had a bet? What's the line on that? I'm gonna go look at the line. I'm taking the Texans in that game, dude. Like if I'm not betting lines. I don't bet lines. I'm not a fool. I will give you what I think, but yeah, dude, not even close. Like the Texans are 0-2, bro. Like you think the Texans are 0-3 team? You think they're an 0? You think the Texans are 0-3 ball team?
My concern is I get that they've got a halfway decent pass rush. My concern is I don't know how much Trevor Lawrence is going to be needing to drop back in order to be able to run. That's my concern with that bet. Like I don't know how much that the pressure is necessary. Like why are they going to need to throw the ball when they're playing against one of the worst offenses in the NFL? That's my concern. It's not about Houston.
Texans will be better. Christian Kirk's back. Christian Kirk's back, son.
All right. Well, that really doesn't move the needle for me. Like
it does when you're starting rookies out there and running out Dalton Schultz. You know what I mean? This
but what's his name isn't a rookie. What's his name is a second-year player. The other kid,
Xavier Hutchinson.
Yeah, Xavier Hutchinson from Iowa.
I liked him coming out. He sucks.
I'm just saying, like I don't know how. I think this game is going to be just a slog.
We have Elite saying Barron is the rookie, is their nickel. That's for the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean he's listed as the second here on their depth chart as a nickel. So I don't know the defense well enough to know. I'm just going based off of what the depth chart is. Jaquan McMillan is listed first ahead of Jahaid Barron. So and it looks Barron's a rookie.
Kenneth Walker or Garrett Wilson is flex. It's Kenneth Walker. It has to be Kenneth Walker this week.
It is certainly Kenneth Walker. Dude, Charbonnet, there's a good chance Charbonnet doesn't play tomorrow, in which case that is crazy town for Kenneth Walker. And
there's a very good chance he's not playing. I think we can all assume he's not playing.
Garrett Wilson tomorrow.
I don't trust Garrett Wilson tomorrow. That's just me. What do you think? Oh, sorry, Elite. I did miss some comments. Sorry, man. I was trying to fuck with my camera. You know I'm good about that shit. What do you guys think about Steelers lay I did? Let me find that one. I kind of did like that. It's an all Steelers bet. It is here it is. A-Rod 1 passing touchdown, DK 40 yards, TJ Watt sack, Boswell over 1.5 field goals, Steelers money line. Those are nice correlations.
Yeah, what does that pay, Elite? I'd be curious to know what that pays. I would guess plus 500 or so.
You see, I slack on my job. I slack on my job for 5 minutes. I set the bar so high, and I get shit. It's fine. It's justified shit. I'm only one man. I'm also kind of in the bag here. But
you seem
fine. Let's go back. Plus 400 on that Steelers lay.
Right.
I mean, I would like it to be higher, but like I feel like if the Steelers win, that's half the battle. Because if they win, like those things will happen. Does Watt even have a sack this year? I might want to waste some money on that, boys, because if he does not have a sack, let's lay some fucking money on that one.
Let's find out. I don't know. I think
I don't know. He might have a half, but
yeah.
You know what we call a half sack on this this program?
He's got no sack.
It's called the Lance Armstrong.
It's funny.
That's the half sack, right? He has half a sack.
I'm sure, Peter. When I had balls, brain, lung, and heart cancer. You seen Dodgeball?
I can only make fun of it because Lance Armstrong's a horrible human being.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Right? I would never rip on a cancer survivor, but
you seen Dodgeball though, right?
Yeah. He's lost any equity from the cancer thing by ruining people's lives. MRC says I lost JD this week, so I got to choose from Caleb and Dak this week. Indiana Jones recently available, but I don't know. His rival has CD. I wouldn't factor that in terms of him having CD. I think it's Dak. I would probably rank it Dak, Caleb, and then Danny Dollar.
Exactly. That's exactly how I do. Caleb's got a nice floor with his running. Dak is now you get no floor with Dak's running, but he's going to be passing for another 300 yards on the Bears' atrocious defense.
Ryan says I would like you guys to collectively give me a 15-leg anytime TD parlay. I don't do touchdowns. I really don't. I do yards and alternate yard lines because that's much more predictive. That's the same reason I don't play standard fantasy leagues. I play PPR just because I can predict volume much more than I can predict touchdowns. And that's, I guess, my thing. Touchdowns are super fun, though. I mean, I'm not trying to hate it. Here's the thing. We need to get the Discord going. Those of you that haven't joined, go to the description of this video, and I put the link in. Let me know if it works, and we can start getting this going, and it can be a collective thing. I know me and Story are on the show. It's our show, but it's I want to say it's our show as in like this is now your show, right? We're on the show, This is our show. This is not just me and Story. This is a fucking group,
community,
and especially community, especially gambling, right? That is the way we all want to make money. Unfortunately, at this point, we can't redraft your teams for you, or you didn't watch, early when I told you to take Tucker Kraft everywhere, and he told you to take Tyler Warren everywhere. And last year, he told you to take Jaden Daniels. Like, we've had a lot of these calls, but we can help you on start sit at this point. But gambling is fresh every week. That's what we love about gambling, right? Mike, who do you got in Florida State and versus Miami? Florida State's
so the
hot,
spread
apparently.
is, I would guess the spread isn't out for that, but I mean, it's got to be Florida State. Miami looked terrible tonight. Carson Beck was atrocious. Like, Florida's not a good defense. They're not a good team. And Carson Beck threw for like 150 yards, no touchdowns. Like, he got sacked a couple of times. And on the flip side, like, Castellanos for Florida State, like, he didn't have big yardage. He didn't have anything through the air, but the dude makes plays on the ground. Their defense is stout. I get it was Kent State, but, man, I think it's got to be Florida State. I know I would be willing to bet Florida State jumps Miami in the rankings this week. So I'm going Florida State. Anything under a touchdown, I'm taking Florida State.
I actually watched that Miami game where I was at, and a little bit of it, most of it actually. Carson Beck looks like Stewie, bro. He looks weird. He's a weird looking. He looks like a baby.
Yeah,
he sucks. Final verdict on Hawkinson or Ertz?
What's up?
Final verdict on Hawkinson or Ertz?
I'm going back to the well with Hawkinson for one more week. I think that it's a good matchup, and I remember the days of Carson Wentz going back to his tight end on a regular basis. So I had the opportunity to pick up Hurts. I let him slide by. I'm rocking with Hawkinson. Rocking with the Hawk. Rock
cool.
Hawk.
We're going to get to all your comments. Sorry, I'm a little behind. T-Verse, I'll get to yours in a second. TJ hasn't had a sack yet. I have a question, Elite, if you could look it up for me right now. What is the odds of just anytime sack, one sack for TJ Watt? Because I'm gonna hammer that right now. Ryan says I'm here for some degenerate shit. I have a couple really, really awesome alternate lines. That's TreVeyon Henderson. Look at his, because it's really up in the air. But TreVeyon Henderson for like 100 all-purpose yards is like 10-1, dude. And he is a one play away from getting that, right?
Yeah, I mean, he could very well get into that like end of the game if they're up. And he just breaks one off.
Right. Or early in the game. I'm saying I don't like his actual line because you don't know the usage. And I'm not putting like $100 on his 40 or 50 yard all-purpose yards or whatever it is. I'm going to put like $10 on his 100-yard thing because then that's value, right? We got T-Verse saying, what's up, guys? Who do we think, Kamara or Kenneth Walker in PPR? Now, that is a toughie.
It's toughy, but it's Walker.
Kenneth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Kamara,
the touchdown
too.
Upside, right?
Like I said, elite usage for a veteran running back, but the strong chance that if Chubb does play, he's going to be limited. I don't know that they're going to go back to the 50-50 split if he's in. By the way, I just looked it up. TJ Watt, over 0.5 sacks, minus 161. So, yeah, it's
that sucks.
Really expensive. You're going to have to.
But is there an outline? Is there an outline for 1.5 sacks?
There is an outline for 0.75 at minus 1.5, and then you can go to 2+ at 293.
Plus 293?
Yeah, but that's 2 sacks. That's 2 full sacks. It's not a sack.
I get it. I know it's not a 1 sack plus Lance Armstrong. Unique says I'm debating dropping Hawkinson. I would give it one more week. Yeah, you can though. You can. I wouldn't hate you if you did because it's frustrating.
I get it too. If you're done like that, that route was ridiculous. I said give it a. By the way, Elite, USC 45, Michigan State 31. We did it. We did it. Woo!
Elite has a touchdown parlay for you guys. I'm not going to read it just because that's a lot of names and I don't have that much in me. But yeah, let me know what the odds of that one are, Elite. Judkins or Swift from Marcus. I'm still going Swift, man.
Yeah,
if he plays, I'm going Swift.
That we're not quite sure how that Bradfield's going to shake out in Cleveland, so you got to kind of stick with Swift for the time being. By the way, depending on what platform you're betting that on, you can actually create a link and people can click the link and it'll load all those players for you in the bet slip. So they don't have to go and do it automatically. You can do that on FanDuel and DraftKings, I know for sure. So and you could throw it in the chat and people could just click on it and just link to it from there. So just FYI if you wanted to do that.
All right. MRC says PPR League Flex, Odunze or Scary Terry.
Odunze.
I mean, hey, you know what? I'm going to go against the grain, and that's probably not going to help you because I'm going to say Scary Terry. It seems crazy. I'm not buying into 2 weeks of Rome, and I'm not also fading Terry off 2 weeks. I'm going to stick with my gut where you drafted these guys. I know that Jaden Daniels is out. I don't care. It's Terry McLaurin, man. I don't know. I trust the player. I think it's a DJ Moore week. Could be a bad week for the Bears offense. There's a lot of things here. Guys, I'm really sketching on Brees.
I
get it. I get it.
No qualms starting. I have reservations with Terry McLaurin. I've got no qualms with Roma Dunze this week.
Yeah, he should be pretty safe. I think I'm just kind of going for the upside play of Scary Terry catching a bomb.
That's fair.
I'm really sketching on Brees or Ibuka. It's Ibuka.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I guess I see maybe the Brees call because I think there's gonna be more checkdowns with Tyrod Taylor, right?
Yeah, probably. Like Tyrod Taylor is one of those checkdown kings. So, and who's getting checkdowns there? It's certainly not Braylon Allen. Maybe Ty Johnson, but
no. All right, get to the comments here in a second. If you guys are in here, you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I have the thing up in the ticker here. If we get 50 subs, we get 50 likes. We have 10 likes, so that's not great for 52 minutes. But if we can get close to those numbers, I'm going to give away a free $10 bet. I get your information. Send me your bet. Could be a huge parlay. I'll pay it out. I'll Venmo you. I'm not a crook. I'm going to be on here, and then you can just come in and destroy my chat every time if I don't pay you. So I'm not going to fucking steal your money. But just a nice goal. If we can get that, this is how we build the channel. We have Unique saying traded Juwan Johnson for Laporta. Hopefully it didn't hurt me. You dominated that trade. Dominated.
Traded Juwan Johnson. Oh, Juwan Johnson. Okay.
Yeah.
Juwan Jennings.
That's a W, son. That's a W.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, absolutely.
Even Juwan Jennings for Laporta is a W. You're buying low on with the tight end landscape right now, and Laporta hasn't looked good. He's still a top 5 guy. And maybe I'd rather have Kraft. Maybe I'd rather have Warren. But if I could offer with all my Kraft and Warren shares, I would probably still take Laporta just based on history and just the offense, right? It's close, right? Are you ranking rest of the season right now? Let's not factor in the injury with Kraft. We don't know what that is yet. I mean, he's playing, so it's probably not bad. We think he's playing. Will you rank Laporta behind Kraft and Tyler Warren, or is it close?
I would rank Kraft, Laporta, Tyler Warren rest of the season. I would go. I think you go Bowers, McBride, Kraft, Laporta, Warren. I think that's your rest of the season rankings for me. I mean, am I wrong? Like, is there anybody else you would stick up in that top 5?
No, I mean Kittle, but I mean you're already ranking him in there when he comes back, right?
Well, I mean that's the thing. You're still without Kittle for what, another 2 weeks? That's going to be.
But that's fine. He's still that good, right? Kittle's still that good to be ranked in the top 5.
That's true.
Elite says, I'm surprised you didn't lock in Jordan Mason's yards and touchdowns. You know, I'm super high on Jordan Mason. I guess the number is just too high for me. I'm guessing it's 80 yards rushing, 78 yards rushing, and the touchdown number is low. So parlaying those together would only be like a 2-to-1 bet. I just think that's a little too rich for me.
Yeah, but if you play daily fantasy, the salaries came out before the Aaron Jones news, so they didn't adjust. So he's a free square on daily fantasy.
But everyone's going to have him, so it's not worth it.
Well, he's a free square in like cash games and 50-50s and double ups and stuff like that. So not so much in tournament. Tournaments, you want to go against the grain. You want to go with like Ty Chandler. I know you don't actually want to go Ty. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to go with like trying to think who would be against it. Like O'Mara and Hampton would probably be against the grain this week.
MRC says I started Terry the first 2 weeks, so am I really going to bench him for the third against the Raiders? See, Story is more of a level-headed dude for me. Like I'm the gambler fallacy guy. It's just like I lost this guy's bet twice in a row. I'm gonna keep on betting it. I bet 2 reds in roulette. I'm gonna bet fucking red again. That's how I am. Probably not the best idea. I think there's somewhere in the middle is the proper way, right? Story. Like emotion out of it.
I mean, gambler's fallacy is in fact a well-studied and documented phenomenon. So yeah, you know. I am benching Terry.
I still believe in it. I still believe in it, bro.
I will tell you, I am benching Terry McLaurin in at least one league, and I have to decide on the second one, and I have not yet made that decision. I got to decide. I mean, McLaurin or Olave in a half PPR.
Half PPR McLaurin, probably full PPR to go Olave.
You would stick.
I just don't know how many touchdowns. Yeah, I probably would. Okay. T-Verse says you guys are awesome. Definitely subbed. Appreciate you, T-Verse. Awesome, Kyle says Judkins or Henderson behind Walker.
Judkins.
Oh, who's he going to start between Judkins or Henderson?
I assume that's what it is. That's the start.
Yeah, if it's PPR, it's Henderson, and if it's half or standard, it's Judkins.
I'm sticking with Judkins either way. Judkins
really in PPR.
Yeah.
In PPR, you're starting Judkins over Henderson. Get the fuck out of here.
I am. I certainly am. I don't see any reason to start Henderson at all this week. Dude's in Vrabel's doghouse.
Maybe he's also explosive, baby, and you drafted him for a reason. I'm sticking with my guys. Me and Story don't always agree on everything, right? Like,
this is
are you a titties or an ass guy? What do you like, titties or ass?
Titties.
Ooh, you love Erica, then you love my wife. Then she's got big giant, very nice tits.
Big ass taters.
I gotta watch you next time you come over.
Exactly.
Brees or Ibuka full PPR.
Ibuka.
Oh, that's tough.
That's easy.
Yeah. No, I think Brees is safer just because the Ibuka has a chance to get hurt because he's coming into the game hurt, right? Like Brees is going to get you between 8 and 12. Ibuka has more upside. In PPR, you go with the receiver. I get that. I'm a little weary of Ibuka. You saw him get his shit taped or wrapped up in the second quarter. He played through it, but he was a little slower on a couple plays. Yeah, it is Ibuka because Brees Hall. God damn. It can't be worse than it was last week, right?
No, it cannot. Well, I don't know. It's Tyrod Taylor. Like, the dude is another year older. It's not that he's been out of the league, but he's just, what are you really expecting from Tyrod Taylor is the question.
Well, probably better passing numbers than Justin Fields, as much as we love Justin Fields. So Ryan says, I would give you my money back and go to Boys Town and buy the fellas a drink. Are you from Chicago? Because Boys Town's in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's probably Boys Towns in every fucking city, but
right. Well,
are you do you swing that way, Ryan? Again, I no judgment here, bro. I'm the gayest straight man you've ever met in your life, and every one of my friends can attest to that. Yeah, my wife even thinks I'm gay, so I have no qualms with that shit. How is that a W? Laporta not top 5. Too many heads in that offense. There is a lot of heads in that offense. But Laporta is still awesome. Like, he's still awesome. Like, he's going to catch 7 touchdowns this year, right?
Yeah, I mean, eventually they're coming. They're not going away anytime soon. Like, I wouldn't be too worried about Laporta.
It's not a Laporta thing that we say it's W. It's that Juwan Johnson was, again, Story. Remember when I talked up Juwan Johnson, and we actually have a side bet on that. It was you have Theo Johnson. I have Juwan Johnson PPR.
Oh, shoot, that's not great.
Yeah. And Juwan Johnson is one of my most owned tight ends in best ball. But the point is he was undrafted by a mile in fantasy. Like 2 weeks is not going to change it. I like Juwan Johnson. I liked him because you had no other tight end, no one else there in terms of the tight end room, right? Taysom Hill's out for probably the year, but he's still just a dude. Sam Laporta was the tight end 1 2 years ago. Last year was still a top 6 tight end with playing with injury. So it's more of an anti-Juwan Johnson thing. Again, I love Juwan Johnson. Not a guy I'm starting, not a guy I'm picking up. He's going to come back to earth. It's going to happen. Alvin Kamara has 4 receptions in 2 weeks, bro. That's not going to continue, right?
I think not. I think Juwan Johnson is a startable tight end in most matchups going forward, but you do have to be aware it's the Saints. In any given week, they can put up 3 points. So let's not go crazy anointing Juwan Johnson as a top 6 tight end.
I guess I'm just so against the grain in terms of overreacting. And again, I should be the one with the we have the fantasy channel. It's good business to overreact and be like Juwan Johnson. And I talked up Juwan Johnson, but I'm telling you, Juwan Johnson is a borderline start at best right now. And by the end of the year, we're probably gonna be laughing about our Juwan Johnson hype. Justin says Lawrence or Russ. It's T-Law, baby. It's T-Law by a mile. Russ has a tough ass matchup. 0-2 Chiefs on prime time. You don't want to face them. It's Lawrence.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Lawrence this week in general, but it is definitely over Russ. I don't think there's any question there.
Yeah, and Russ, here's the problem with Russ. Here's the deciding factor is I know it's only week 3, but there is a chance. And more than Aaron, I've had a question with Aaron Rodgers or Russ, and the deciding factor for me is I think they're the same, but Russ has way more of a chance to get benched in a blowout, or if he plays bad for Jackson Dart, or hell, even Jameis Winston, right? That is still a chance. Call it a 10% chance. Yeah. You don't want your quarterback getting benched. You know it's a chance, Story.
Yeah.
You know it's a chance. I mean, would you be surprised if Russ got pulled in the third quarter when they're down 28-3?
If I got pulled in the third quarter, I mean, 28-3. No, I mean, yes, I would be surprised. 28-3. If they were down 35-3. Yeah, 28-3, man. That's still like
Russ sucks dick, man.
we've seen 28-3 before. So
yeah, that was a Kyle Shanahan joke.
yeah.
Elite says, Mike, were you a fan of 08 Tim Tebow? Is that Gators Tim Tebow then? Because he wasn't in the NFL yet, or is that Broncos Tim Tebow?
Gators? I mean, he was a great college athlete, not a huge, great quarterback. I mean, he had fairly decent.
He had a great year. Come on, it was a great year, dude. So many rushing TDs.
Yeah,
that little jump pass thing.
What year did he win the Heisman?
Well, you're the college football guy, man. I loved Florida back then. I just don't know the years.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what year he won the Heisman. I would say that was 2008, but it might have been 2007, actually, now that I think about it. I mean, 2 national championships, right? Like, he was the MVP of the national championship game. It's tough. He was an amazing athlete, 6'3", 240 freaking pounds or whatever. But you remember he went in the first round. The Broncos took him in the first round.
Oh, that might be worse than Johnny Manziel, bro. I mean, maybe not because the character issues weren't there. It was actually the opposite of that, but it was a distraction. Jamie says, is Kelsey dead to you guys? Story?
He's dead to me. I'm off that Chiefs offense until Rashee Rice comes back. I'm really concerned. Like, I would be really concerned if Worthy starts and you're starting him this week. There's a high chance of re-injury with that particular shoulder injury. So just be aware that if you're starting him, that he could go out like early. Now, it could be fine. He could make it all the way through, certainly. But yeah, Kelsey looks like, other than the one where the coverage got confused and they let him stream down the sideline 30 yards untouched, it's been rough for Kelsey.
Rate Elite squad here in DFS. So he got Mason in DFS. It's Lamar, Henry, Saquon, DK, Pickens, Franklin, Andrews, Mason, Atlanta. I love the Andrews play, man. I think that's a very low number, and he's probably going to do a lot better than what you're paying for him. 2 touchdown potential there. With Lamar, that's a great stack.
I love the Franklin play in there, too.
I think keep thinking he has to step up due to Worthy injury. I mean, he does, but I just don't know what kind of player he is. It's still much better than TJ Hawkinson, though. No problem, Kyle. Way better than TJ Hawkinson. So 32K payout for that TD parlay that he put on there.
Okay.
We got Marcus. Opinion on Penix this year. What do you think, Story? What is your opinion?
The Atlanta offense is fine, but their defense is better than we thought. It's going to limit the offensive upside of Atlanta in general. I'm not worried about Drake London. I would be worried about Pitts on a regular basis and any other pass catcher there. You don't have to worry about Bijan. In good matchups, even Tyler Algier is startable. Penix is probably a mid to low end QB2 with potential high end QB2 upside. Like, there's just not a lot of he doesn't have QB1 potential on a week to week basis. Maybe like in the best matchups, like Dallas, I don't know if they play Dallas this year, but in the best matchups, like even we have even yet to see Tampa Bay get started on offense. So the South could be a little stingier for offensive production than we were expecting coming into this year. Plus, Carolina looks terrible. So there's really not much there.
They do. Justin, I'll get to your comment here in just a second. I appreciate you waiting. Ryan says he's from Kankakee. That's not too far from us.
Hey,
what about the other question? Not that I care too much. I'm just wondering. He invited us to Boys Town, so I want to know what I'm getting myself into. And, it actually isn't a deterrent for me. Wink, wink.
Well, Boys Town in East Lakeview is one of the Midwest's most inclusive LGBTQ plus communities and the oldest officially recognized gay neighborhood in the United States.
Well, I know that. I just didn't know if he wanted to go there for a specific reason or.
It's got a welcoming vibe, nonstop nightlife, LGBTQ owned businesses, and excellent dining options. So I'm sold on the dining part of it.
Damn straight. Kyle's still talking about Juwan Johnson. First 3 targets are second to only Trey McBride. Hey, man, I get all that. 2 weeks. I understand the appeal. I love Juwan Johnson. The player, he's got bad hands. It's a good spot in the offense, but I still believe in Olave. I still believe in Shaheed, and Alvin Kamara is going to get targets, and the offense isn't good. That's my thing. He's fourth, ideally fourth in the pecking order on a bottom 5 offense. That is not a recipe for continued success, if that makes sense. And if it next week, if he hits it, don't come back and say I was wrong. We'll talk after 8 weeks and see. I hope he keeps on doing well. I have like a 20% ownership of Juwan Johnson on Underdog. So like I'm very happy with Juwan Johnson so far. I love the guy, but I don't think I'm okay. I got one story for your story. Juwan Johnson or TJ Hawkinson right now, rest of the season. Who do you want?
All right, that's it for me. I gotta go.
It's bad, right? Who are you taking? It's tough. Who are you taking?
Tough. Rest of season, man. You could say TJ Hawkinson, and after next week, you could be really regretting your decision. Same time, Hawkinson could return to form with Carson Wentz, and Juwan Johnson could turn back into a pumpkin. So we've been waiting for Juwan Johnson to break out for 3 years now, and it's been a slow go. Is this the year? Do I think this is the year with Spencer Rattler under center? Probably not. I mean, I'd probably go Hawkinson. Gun to my head.
I still want Chikakonkwo over him because Chikakonkwo, he's going to break out, and I think they're close. I think they're close.
Be patient with Cam Ward. People are. I get it. They've only got one passing touchdown. It's been a slow go. He's taken a lot of sacks, but he's still a rookie, right? He's still coming into the league in a bad team. So give him time. Chig should be a good playable stream by the end of the year.
Ooh, got some good ones from Elite here. Where does Rashee Rice rank when he's back? I'm thinking top 15. We're talking full PPR here. I think top 15 is good.
Yeah.
Could be top 10, could be top 8. Maybe not top 8, but it depends on Worthy's injury. If Worthy's back playing full snaps and looks okay, it's top 15. If Worthy is diminished and they have to shut him down or something, it's top 8. Right?
Yeah, I'm really worried about Worthy long term. I'm fully comfortable with Rashee Rice. I'm trying to go out and buy Rashee Rice right now. To find the 0-2 team who's got Rashee Rice and see what you can pry it out for. It's a really good option.
Should he trade Kamara and Rashee Rice for Jefferson? Ooh, it depends. If you're 0-2, yes. If you are 1-1, maybe. If you're 2-0, absolutely not.
Keep riding the good vibes if you're 2-0.
Yeah, because you have Kamara and Jefferson are closer than you think, and you're going to get Rashee Rice back. Now, if you're 0-2, Kamara is one bad week away from you losing again, right? And Jefferson, I don't know. I still like Jefferson. He's still going to be a first-round pick for me. I'm not going to overreact. And I think Carson Wentz might be good for him. And if Carson Wentz sucks, you have J.J. McCarthy back. I'm Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron.
Justin says flex spot PPR Wandale, Quentin Johnson, or Hamilton.
Man, that is tough. Probably Wandale because of the matchup. The Bears defense is pretty bad. Now the where Wandale operates is deeper this year than where he has been operating in the past, but it's still a risk. Any of those is a risky start, right? But yeah, I would go Wandale, I think.
I'd agree. All right, Elite, I'll get to your question. Hey, 31 people in here. I have one subscriber, 13 likes. We got to get to this goal. I'm going to give away a free bet. Get me close to the goal. I want to give away this free bet. I don't give a shit. I'll give it away. Javonte or ETN, full PPR?
Javonte.
Yeah, it's Javonte. You got to ride the hot hand there. And the goal line usage is elite. If a report comes out that Kraft may be limited, should I start Ferguson instead? Probably.
I don't think so. I think I'd roll with Kraft. Kraft seems like he's elevated himself to start your stud status. So
yeah.
I would roll with Kraft probably. We've got that decision in our league. I've got that decision no, actually I don't. I traded it. But anyway, yeah. Even if the report comes out, I don't trust Sean McVay. I'm not sure.
I want to say for me, this is for real. I know it's called the PPR cop out. So last night, Dave was there's a lot of my questions. It is scoring dependent. I know you're not as big a fan of scoring as I am. And a lot of times I do the PPR cop out. I want to say it in full PPR. If Kraft is limited, I would start Ferguson because he's going to have 7 for 50, maybe. If it's half PPR standard, it's Kraft for sure because the touchdown equity is so great with Kraft. But Dave, it was so funny he said that, and I just laughed. He said the PPR cop out. And me and you have had this discussion forever about my love for PPR and just how much it changes things for these dink and dunk guys like Wan'Dale Robinson and Ferguson.
Yeah, it does change things quite a bit.
Thank you. I like you for admitting that. Thank you. I love you.
I mean, I'm not as concerned about it in pre-draft, but on a week-to-week basis, that's where I get concerned about it. So my opinion on the debate we had pre-draft doesn't change. I still don't care that much about half PPR versus PPR because over the course of the season, it's going to even itself out for the most part.
Yeah.
But in a week-to-week basis, I think it does matter. When it comes to 4 versus 6 touchdowns, I don't care either way. Like that really doesn't bother me.
Elite, is Herbert a top 6 quarterback rest of the season? Story, where do you rank Justin Herbert right now going forward? I just did my guillotine league yesterday, and he went quarterback 5, which, again, I'm not overreacting to. I'm going to hear your answer first. What do you think? Rest of the season, Justin Herbert.
How much do we trust that John Harbaugh is going to continue passing the ball as heavily as they have? And I feel like they're going to revert back to what he's known, and that's running the ball. So he's a strong start, but he's still probably a top 12. He doesn't give you a whole lot on the ground anymore. So I'm going to say he's a top 12 rest of the season.
I agree. Top 12, maybe top 10 if you want to get aggressive, but not top 6. Yeah. Ryan says if something comes out in the morning on Kraft, as in he's out or limited, I still start him over Hawkinson. If he's out, he has Hawkinson as a backup. That's Hawkinson. Hawkinson as a backup is just gross.
Hey guys, the management needs everybody to get out because they caught a guy jerking off in here, and they're going to send in a crew to wipe down the loads. Go ahead.
That was Hawkinson jerking off in that sauna. M says, MRC says, start Juwan or Njoku versus the Raiders. I'm starting Njoku.
Oh, I'm starting Juwan.
Oh, what? All the talk we just had?
Yeah, Njoku looks bad, dude. Like, Harold Fannin is very hungry right now. He's eating Njoku's lunch.
Yeah, he does. This is a good one. If you were offered a free $1 million to correctly guess the quarterback 1 at the end of the season, would you go Allen or Lamar Jackson?
Lamar.
I would, but here's the problem: is Lamar's way more likely to miss 2 or 3 games because Josh Allen has never missed a game. So I'm going to go Josh Allen just based on the fact that he is going to play a full 17, maybe 16 if they rest him week 18.
I'm going Lamar Jackson because I feel like they think he got snubbed for the MVP last year, and they're going to put it on teams.
That's true. He did get snubbed, by the way. T-Verse, where are we ranking Big Ferg, or do you need more time? Big Ferg is, I love that name. He is firmly in the tight end 1 discussion. I would rank him like 11. I mean, I don't know the weekly matchups. I didn't have my rankings in front of me, but I'd say 11.
Yeah, that's
safe. He's very safe.
Somewhere in that 11 or 13 round range sounds good.
And we just assume he's like a PPR scam guy, but you got to realize like he is still third, if you take away Javonte, third in the passing pecking order for touchdowns, and he's tied to an elite quarterback. And I'm going to call Dak an elite fantasy quarterback because he is.
Sure. Call him elite all you want. That's fine.
Same question, Njoku or Juwan. I'm Njoku. He's Juwan. It's Njoku, Ryan. I'm gonna just mute story for 10 minutes. Calvin Ridley worth keeping still. Hey, yes. What up, Granny? Calvin Ridley is worth starting this week and keeping for sure. Calvin Ridley's still getting the targets. Literally, Cam Ward in 2 games has 260 yards passing or less.
It's been gross.
I think he might have 260 yards passing in this game. What do you think about that story?
Yeah, I could see that. It's been, like I said, you got to exercise some patience. I think you have to adjust expectations for Calvin Ridley. I think people have to be really careful about Alec Ayamanor this week. People are very juiced up on him, but let's kind of slow walk this a little bit. Yeah, he could throw for 250 this week, certainly.
So Ryan's still giving me pretty ominous replies here. To finally answer your question, Rob, I would like to go to Boys Town and make people do weird stuff for beer. I'm your guy. For whatever that means, I'm your guy, and I appreciate the. It's I got to read between the lines there. Mike, what's your starting lineup for the league you share with Rob? Ooh, give me our lineup, baby.
Yeah, I'll read it off.
Team's fucking stacked. 1-1. We got second most points or third most points last week and fucking lost.
We still have the most points in the league by over 20 points, and
we streamed it on the channel too. It's a $250 league in Fantrax, full
well,
PPR.
We got that. So bear in mind, no IRs and deep benches. So we do have a backup quarterback. Normally, I wouldn't have a backup quarterback, but we got Drake May slotted in to start tomorrow, and then we got Caleb Williams on the bench. Running backs starters are James Cook and Derrick Henry, and then we have backing them up Nick Chubb, And then everybody else is backups. Braylon Allen, Blake Corum, Ray Davis, and Cam Scatterbo, although Cam Scatterbo certainly looks like he's playing himself into
I love those running backs. Give us the receivers.
Receivers are Nico Collins, Devonta Smith, and Garrett Wilson. That might be a little tricky with Garrett Wilson and Devonta Smith tomorrow, but we also have Ekbuka in the flex, and we have Dante Thornton. That's kind of he's
Tell him the tight end.
He's our token short bus guy. Oh yeah,
he's our token black guy. Tell him the tight end.
Tucker Kraft, baby.
I have a new thing for Tucker Kraft. He is my father. He is my brother. He is my lover. He is my friend. That is Tucker Kraft for me. He is all those things.
We stream defenses and kickers, so it's not even like this week. It's Atlanta, and we're sticking with our guy. I decided, Rob, we're sticking with Cam Little. He's been keeping us good so far, so let's stick with our guy.
He's the new Brandon Aubrey. Cynical Conservative says stream Chargers defense versus Broncos or Jags defense against Texans. Or a row of Steelers against the Patriots. For me, it's still the Chargers. I don't know if you read this or saw this. You're only going to get this information from us unless you do the research, a lot of research yourself. Bo Nix is the last graded PFF passer right now on PFF.
He's the lowest graded PFF passer, Bo Nix.
That's not good, bro. That is not good. It's looked bad, but that just reaffirms everything I said about Bo Nix for fantasy, for real life. I loved him coming out of the draft because I thought he should have been drafted higher, which he was. But this is rough, and it's still the Chargers, bro. I don't care if Khalil Mack's not playing. Look at that defense. That game's a divisional game. Give me the Chargers defense, son.
I would go probably Jags.
Ew. You're going to take a Jags defense? No, don't do that. CJ Stroud's going to pop off this week. Don't do that. Sorry.
CJ Stroud's going to pop off this week. That hasn't been said since week 4 of last year.
Well, Mixed Martial Autist. I like that name. Hello. How you doing?
Hey,
my gym crush is dating a girl, but he makes a lot of eye contact with me at the gym and sometimes looks away when I catch him. Does that mean he's secretly into guys? I'm kind of gay looking. So my gym crush is dating a girl. Is that a guy? Yeah, it's a guy. Okay, so his gym crush, so he's gay. Okay, that's cool. We're in for that. He's dating a girl, but he makes a lot of eye contact with me at the gym and sometimes looks away when I catch him. Oh, that's like a thing that happens when you're like in elementary school, right? And you're like staring at the girl, or in this case, a guy. And they look back and you're like, oh. So yeah, he's into you, dude. Make your move. Make your fucking move. I can do all this. Is a fantasy show.
I'm more than I think you should pursue it, but let's not go crazy and make a move yet. The guy's dating a girl. So maybe slow roll it a little bit. Maybe see if you want it needs a spotter, something like that. Okay.
Nope. Don't slow play it. You go for it, dude. You go for it. Big deal. What's he gonna do? Punch you in the face? He might, but it's worth it because he might have a giant slong. Might be a good lover. Might give good back rubs. And Granny loves you. We do give dating advice. That's my thing. I give advice on everything. I'll go all over the map, man.
My advice might be outdated. I've been married for 18 years.
Yeah, I've been married 10. I have a lot of experience in the dating world, and I'm a total moron. So, yeah, I know women. I know guys. I definitely know guys, Bill or Jordan Mason? It's Jordan Mason, Jacob, by a landslide.
That's not a question.
Oh, we got Cry Dog in here. Thoughts on Harrison Jr. for the rest of the season? Story is going to give you some bullshit. Story, give him your bullshit. What do you got?
Well, I mean, they're not using him as much as I thought they would, and he looks disinterested. I think if you can get him for 60 cents on the dollar, you get rid of him. What's the point? Kyler Murray can barely see over his line. You want a downfield receiver tied to that? Shrimp? No, thank you. I'm out. Never was in.
Cry Dog, unfortunately, what's up, Crider, by the way? It's one of my good friends. Marvin Harrison Jr. fucked Story's wife. So that is his hate. That is why it was back in college in the Ohio State days. His wife went to Ohio State and he date raped her. I'm sorry to throw Marvin Harrison under the bus. Yikes. I don't care. I still start Tyreek Hill in fantasy. He's a bad guy. Marvin Harrison might be a bad guy. Again, this is all hearsay.
It is all
this got dark.
Speculation.
But yeah, okay, this didn't happen. But I'm making a point here that he hates Marvin Harrison. I don't even love Marvin Harrison. I like the talent. Number one in that offense. Not worried about Marv at all.
I'm worried about
it. Should I start Hawkinson or Fannin from Joshua? Story. Sorry, Joshua. A little behind in the chat.
What kind of snap share did Fannin get last week? Do you know off the top of your head?
Like 71%.
God, that's good for a rookie tight end. Interesting snap there. 70%. Let's see. Remember last week? Man, I'd probably go Fannin. I'd probably roll the dice with Fannin.
Yeah, the upside's Fannin. We got to see it from Hawkinson, which is funny. We're saying we have to see it from Hawkinson, and we're trusting Fannin. Like, wow, we're talking about a tight end 2 on the Browns, but he's playing that Joker role, son.
Yeah, that's the Joker
Lead
role.
says start Caleb Williams over May tomorrow. Yeah, Caleb's good in fantasy. He sucks in real life, but I had some hope in Pitts. Are we holding? We're holding Pitts. We're definitely still holding Pitts.
Wait, so you're on board? You're on board with this? Starting Caleb Williams over Drake May tomorrow?
I am. I think I am. Yeah, I think I am. That defense, that's a shootout, bro. I can't guarantee Steelers and Pats are shootouts. So Logan says, bro, what the fuck? Which was it? He said what?
Just made the switch. So we practice what we preach here.
Oh, I forgot we have him. So I guess
that's why. Yeah. You're saying you're starting Caleb over.
I am, man. I am. Take his ass to the sauna, MMA. Yeah, take him to the sauna. That's the advice for the gym guy. I traded Browning for Caleb Williams. Couldn't help it. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I love Browning rest of the season, but Caleb is still the dude. I mean,
yeah,
still the dude. Let's see. Multi-layered question. I like these because you guys are the goats. Thank you. Start Fannin over Njoku. Ooh. Yeah. Penix over Bo Nix. So you're starting Fannin over Njoku, Story?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. Penix over Bo Nix. Not this week. Not this week.
No, not this week. Certainly not.
Just because
Penix is going to have plenty of games where he throws for under 200 yards and 1 touchdown this year. So that defense is fairly solid.
Yeah, Penix is definitely a hit or miss play. He might have 3 touchdowns this week, but I don't see him having over 250 passing yards. And the rush upside's nothing. Crydog says I want to trade Marvin Harrison. Just wait. He's going to have a big week this week. He's on my bet segment. Like if he's on my bet segment, he's going to hit. Granted, it's only 46.5 yards I got him at. Yeah. But I see 90 yards and a tutty this week for Marvin Harrison. You heard it here first. I mean, I am kind of the oracle, so we're going to do that one. Steelers are playing the Giants. Chargers. Steelers are playing the Giants. Chargers defense is good. Steelers are playing the Patriots. So I don't know what that comment is. Philly or Cincy defense? I'm gonna go Philly over Cincy, bro. I mean, just based on,
I don't know. Even though it's Carson Wentz, I would still go Philly.
Is Atlanta available, Mark? Probably not, but that's a nice deep one.
Atlanta's good. I think you could start Indy. Try to trade Njoku. What should my trade target be? I don't know how much you can get for Njoku anymore. At this point, it looks a little suspect. Let's pull up what his snap share was.
Ryan says, long haul, should I trade Njoku? If so, what should my target be? I would probably try to trade him now opposed to later, right? Your trade target, you need looking for another tight end. No, he already has Fannin, right? So
Njoku went down a tick last week. He played 82% of the snaps. That doesn't really mean much. It was 84 to 82, so it wasn't that bad. You might be able to use that as leverage, but I don't know. I don't know how much you can get for David Njoku right now.
Not much. So I think you hold him and wait for a couple big weeks, right?
Like 3 for 37 the week before that. He's like the TJ Hawkinson of the state of Ohio.
Elite has an interesting one here. Just dropped 1K. This guy loves betting. I love you, Elite. You're the fucking shit. 1K on King Henry, 50+ rushing yards and a TD. Pays out 1.6K. So that's minus. That's not even odds. But
minus 130.
I'm probably more worried about the touchdown number than I am the 50+ yards. He's going to get 50+ yards.
Yeah, man. Touchdowns are hard to predict. I know that
it is King Henry. So
yeah. Again, we didn't expect King Henry to do us dirty last week, but he definitely did.
That was real dirty, bro. Granny says, I really hope Judkins does okay. I missed on all the hype running backs, unfortunately. He is. The only worry with Judkins is there is still a looming suspension that no one seems in the fantasy community seems to be talking about. And there's a chance that he has a 6-game suspension. Story, what do you think the odds are he gets suspended this year?
I think it's pretty high. I think there's a solid 70% chance, 77, 75.
That's high. That's fucking high, bro.
Dude, the NFL is not just going to rest on its laurels because there is no legal case to make its way through the courts anymore. So at some point when their investigation is complete, they're going to make a statement. Like they will not let a player not have a suspension. And there's just They're not waiting anything other than their own investigation. So I don't think it's a 6-game suspension. I think you're looking at more like a 3 or 4-game suspension.
Yeah.
But there is something coming. So in the meantime,
max, right? 6 would be max. And here's the thing: we call Story lawyer Story from his awesome profile picture. The guy's he looks really lounging right now with his t-shirt and his hair down. The dude is super professional. He knows. Here's the only thing I'll say: we have a precedent with this with Zeke Elliott. Same situation, same. I mean, not higher draft capital with Zeke, but still, fuck that. He got. Was it 6 games? That was the next season, though.
Yeah.
Or was it? It was a 3. Oh, it was only 3 games. It was 3 games. Pardon me.
What did Le'Veon Bell get? Do you remember off the top of your head?
I don't know because he had so many holdouts. I don't know. Yeah, we don't want Hawk share, but Wentz. Elite makes a good point that for Hawk that Wentz does love targeting his tight ends.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. Like you could still worry all you want, but I'm giving Hawk another week. I've got him in a league, so I'm putting my money where my mouth. And this is a 10-team league, so there's shit available on the waiver wire. I'm still starting Hawkinson. I'm not giving up on him yet. One more week though with this, and sorry, goodbye. See you later. You've been great since Iowa, but no more. Yeah,
the Charbonnet thing is sucks because he's not been ruled out, but we all know he's not going to play. He's doubtful, and like you can't put him on IR until then. It's going to happen early. Check for that tomorrow. It'd be 9:00 Central Time, right?
Yeah, like what platform is this on? Fantrax is far superior to the other platforms because as soon as they get that little flag by their name, you could put them in an IR slot, and then you could leave them there. Even if this is a little tip for you people, if you like get your league over to Fantrax, and you could manipulate the IR system because you could put somebody in IR and then they're perfectly healthy, and you can make all the roster moves you want as long as you don't take them off IR. They could stay there. It's a beautiful thing.
Cynical says right now I have Jacobs and Hubbard as my starting running backs with Mason as flex. Should I bench Hubbard and move Mason to RB2 and flex Debo, Mike Evans, Hubbard, and Hubbard? I would keep the running backs in there, bro. Hubbard's fine. Debo, Mike Evans, but I still want Hubbard.
I'd probably bench Hubbard and throw Mike Evans in the flex.
It's a safer call. I just like the running backs. Like running backs are guaranteed touches, right? Mike Evans hasn't impressed me, man. It hasn't looked great.
Yeah, he doesn't look bad. He looks fine. But again, that Tampa offense in general, I don't think it's in Mike Evans' problem. Outside of Egbuka, that whole Tampa offense looks a little stuck in the mud. That includes Bucky Irving. Like, I know he had a good game, and he's getting all the work, but like if Bucky was going to be at 80% snap share, you expected more, I think, from him by now.
All right. Next question. Tyler Warren over 48 yards for betting. Yeah, he was a little nicked up this week. He seems good to go. What do you think over 48 yards?
He's good to go. He's probably like assuming that they go their usual targets to him, he'll easily cruise past that. You got to be aware though that at any moment Daniel Jones could revert back to the Daniel Jones that we know and love. And just everybody don't forget, like after 2 weeks last year, the Saints looked like the greatest show on turf reincarnated, and we saw how that turned out. So this is the first time in these outdoors on the road. Just be aware. I don't know, unless you're really feeling it, it might be better to take a wait. Now, you're not benching Jonathan Taylor. You're not benching Tyler Warren. You're probably not benching Michael Pittman. Maybe you are. I don't know. I'm playing Daniel Jones in a league, but I'm very aware that like this could be it could be
I feel like that doesn't hurt Tyler Warren as much, though, man. I feel like that hurts the wide receivers. Tyler Warren, if anything, if Danny Dimes reverts to Danny Nickel or Danny Penny, right now he's Danny Dollar. Over 48 yards, it doesn't hurt Warren, right? And that means he's going to throw a pick six, which helps Tyler Warren. So I think that the worry about Daniel Jones is the turnovers, not so much the offensive, the offense moving the ball. Because I think they're going to move the ball.
I mean, like, if Daniel Jones kind of reverts, like, what do you see his stat line looking like?
The problem is I can see him being like a 57% completion percentage this week. That's the problem. But that would be volume, right? Which is fine for Warren. I'm not worried about Warren's efficiency because he has those high value targets. T-Verse says, I'm kind of liking Seattle's defense. Took him over the Bengals. Seattle's the play this week on defense. I think Seattle and the Chiefs aren't available too much, but like those are the two plays I love this week. Love them.
Yeah,
love Seattle.
Seattle's like the play. Now, everybody thought that Buffalo was the play on Thursday night, and we saw how that kind of turned out. So, like, defenses are unpredictable. Just be aware of that, somewhat.
Damn, I forgot. So good point from Mark here. Sharp's a 3 o'clock start, 4:05, 3 o'clock Central. They should rule him out before that. Man, he's doubtful. He's getting ruled out. Right?
Okay. You froze again.
I did freeze.
Oh, looks like I'm back. 4:05 start. Judkins plays at 1, which is okay. Still get Benson RB2 in case Sharp can't go. Yeah, I don't like. Gun to my head, I don't think that Sharp goes tomorrow. It's looking not great.
I'm back in fucking 4K, baby. You see all the blemishes in my face, dude. What's the longest parlay you guys have seen or hit? I wish I had the picture up on mine. I hit a $10 parlay to win $1,640, so $1,640 earlier this year. That was in the back of Dalton Kincaid having a 20-1 first touchdown score and then 3 other legs.
Yeah.
What's the longest you've seen, Story? Is that the longest?
That I've personally hit?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. I mean, I could look it up. I don't know off the top of my head. Like
mine was 100. I hit 160-1 twice.
Or the most money that I've won.
Well, it's odds, right? Because it's about. I'm not talking about putting a bunch of money on something. It's odds. So mine was 165-1. I hit that twice. I don't hit a lot. I don't play a lot of parlays personally, but I like to sprinkle.
I don't remember. I don't do a ton of those like wild parlays. So I don't remember. I really don't remember.
Story is a very reasonable man.
That's what they tell me.
I'm not a smart man.
I thought I could like download that information from.
It'd be nice. The Lions says Broncos, Vikings, or Texans defense this week.
Lions,
I think I'd rank it Texans, Broncos, Vikings. I could be wrong, but they're all like the same. They're all the same, like B to C tier defenses in terms of matchups. Maybe Broncos, just because I see some aggression from Justin Herbert and the defense is elite. Seems stupid, but I think I might go Broncos. I am benching the Broncos, though, in the league I have them for Seattle. That being said.
Vikings, probably. I think that's a pretty safe call right there. They're going to get some sacks.
Yeah, maybe they'll get a Lance Armstrong, which is a half sack. Elite says if Judkins gets a lengthy suspension and Ford fractures his leg, do I have an absolute gem in Samson? In that case, you do. That's a lot of stuff, though. And I'm not going to root for injury, but Ford needs to feed his family because they took some money away from him this year. They restructured his contract and took $300K from him, which is funny.
I know. It's sad. Like the guy's been.
I don't think Judkins did anything wrong. So, we're not in the business of like telling you if a guy did something wrong. Unfortunately, it just looks bad. And like I've been in relationships my whole life, and I've never had my girl go to the police saying I beat her. Because I did.
That's good. I mean, you don't want your podcasters going out and knocking around women. That's less than ideal.
Axe says, "What's good, boy? Quick question: George Pickens or Ricky Pearsall this week?" It's Ricky P, baby. I love Pickens. I'm the biggest Pickens fan in the world, but it's Ricky P.
Yeah, I'm with you, Ricky Pearsall.
I love calling him Ricky P. Hey, Mike. You're a real one if you remember the Jeff Demps / Chris Rainey duo.
Dude, that's a Florida
State? Is that Florida State?
Oh, Florida, dude.
Florida?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, that's a throwback.
I remember Rainey. Yeah.
Those dudes were fast. They were on the 4x100 national championship team. I think they won. So they won with Florida, and they won one year in I can't remember what year they won the national championship in track too. Dude, those guys were studs. I think they're one of like only a few athletes to win national championships in 2 different sports in like NCAA Division I. God, remember they had Percy Harvin too? Like, God damn, that team.
Percy, baby. Ryan. Okay, Ryan. We officially know is I mean, we think he's straight. He says, "All right, fellas, thanks for the live. I'm calling it tonight. I'm gonna go bang my wife, which has huge tits. When I finish, I'll be thinking of Rob because he's a wacko."
Hey, yeah. All right,
dude. Thank you. I'm gonna be thinking of you.
In the back of your wife's head.
Hey man, whatever you got to do to get off, bro. That's fine. Like I'm very flattered. I'm honored, and thank you. Like you know what? Get in the Discord. I'll get you my number. You can DM me, and we'll talk. I remember I chased Derek Carr after the first fire 2 weeks and he shit the bed. That was last year from Mark. That definitely happened. Now, here's the only caveat. I made the comparison as well to the Colts. Now, the Saints had two major offensive line injuries last year. Derek Carr got banged up. Olave and Shaheed both got hurt. That is why, like, partially that team fell apart. Like, there was 4 injuries, right? Carr getting banged up, the offensive line going to shit, and then both the weapons going down. That's the difference.
Yeah,
but we all knew that was a farce, and this is probably a farce with Indianapolis. But Indianapolis is more likely to retain fantasy relevance for your players. Would you agree, Story?
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. There are more outside of Olave. What do they really and Kamara? What did they really have last year? I mean, this Jonathan Taylor. He's going to keep things open.
Juwan Johnson.
Yes, Juwan Johnson. I'm not. Yeah, I think there's a better chance that they maintain a level of production versus what we saw with the Saints last year.
All right. I went all in on Packers and Falcons D this week. Yeah, well, Packers is a season-long thing. Unfortunately, the Packers have a week 5 bye. AJ Terrell's out. Yeah, that's not great, but they're losing. I think they're missing a pass rusher as well. The rookie, right? Is he out?
Yeah, he's out. God, there's a bunch of defensive injuries this week. Like, I know Seattle's missing a couple of guys. I know that San Fran's missing somebody. Like, there's a ton. This feels like there's a ton of defensive injuries in the first couple of weeks this year.
Cool. We have a JT comment from Elite. I'm going to go take a tinkle. Story, I'm going to play a clip. You handle this. If you need to take off, I get it. It's late, and then I will finish the rest of the show and probably be on here till fucking 5 in the morning.
Sounds good. JT,
maybe not 5 in the morning, but I'm going to play a clip, and then you handle the JT comment.
Is that piss? Is that piss?
You might as well pull over. He's just gonna keep yelling.
Jesus Christ, D! I'm covered in piss!
Well, maybe you shouldn't have had your window down.
Maybe you shouldn't be throwing jars of pee out the window!
Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. It's up for debate.
You shouldn't!
Jesus. I don't know. Elite, do you watch that show? It looks hilarious. Rob keeps telling me I need to watch it, among other people. I definitely got to start that. Anyway, if JT goes for 200 yards again, I'm going to have to talk my shit. I drafted him in the second round in 8 out of 11 leagues. Elite, you are an intelligent individual. You absolutely nailed it with your JT drafting. We were talking about JT all offseason. He's one of my pillar players, the 10 pillar players. If you caught our stream from August 29th, we had our 10 pillar players, and he's number 2 on my list. I mean, he was top 7 in PPR points per game last year, and the last 3 or 4 game starts that he had was absolutely breaking fantasy. It was crazy. If he got anywhere back to that, then we thought for sure that he would catapult himself into the top 5. Easy conversation, maybe top 3. So yeah, if he goes for 200 yards tomorrow, if they absolutely crush, dude, talk all the smack that you want because you earned it with JT in that drafting. Looks like Elite drafted him in 8 out of 11 leagues, man.
That's what's up. Yeah. JT was a pillar player of your story.
Yeah.
If you want to go back and just to make sure we're not illegitimate assholes that lie about shit about my Tucker Kraft thing. Tucker Kraft was my number 1 PP. We both did our pillar players about a week before the season. 10 players. Now ours aren't looking like our combined pillar players were Justin Fields, Chris Olave, Calvin Ridley. I forget Drake London. So those are still, the jury's still out there, baby. But here's the best thing is that stories your PP's last year story, you hit on Jaden, you hit on 7 of them. And ideally you hit on over 5, you're doing well. And for me, I don't even hit on 5 because if Tucker Kraft maintains this, he is worth 4 PPs, right? Where you were drafting him.
Yeah.
If he ends up being tight end 3, you hit on 5, that's 5 PPs because
I think we had Justin Fields on that list too. And after week 1, it was looking great. And then week 2 looked not so good. So
you had Tyler Warren. You had Tyler Warren on yours. So we had our tight end we had was Tyler Warren and Tucker Kraft.
Buka was one of my PPs this year too. So absolutely.
Yeah, I had Javonte Williams as my PP.
Dude,
how about that one? You laughed at me, bro.
The only reason I have any Javonte Williams is because, there's twofold. It's because of you chirping in my ear, and it's also because I made a big draft mistake on draft day in one league and accidentally drafted Tajay Spears. So I knew I needed running backs. That's the only reason.
Yeah, you laughed at me though on my Javonte Williams PP.
I did, but I'm not. I'm not.
Did you guys real quick? Did you guys any of you that aren't? You here? We good?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
I lost you for a second.
Okay.
Oh, Did any of you guys in the chat try to join the Discord if you're not already in there on the description? I want to make sure that link's working. Story, I get you probably have to get out of here. I will finish the show. I appreciate you stopping on. If you want to hang around for more, I mean, I'm not trying to force you
I
off.
actually got to look at some waiver pickup
47, so
for my college fantasy football league. So
oh well, that's just gay as hell. That's gayer than Boys Town, son.
Anybody want to talk college fantasy football? Hit me up in the DMs. Otherwise, join the Discord.
Hey, they did ask you a question about your best bets today on the Discord.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was a little unprepared. We'll have that prepared in a couple weeks.
It's all good.
And anyway,
we're gonna start going. We're gonna get a Patreon going. But thank you, Story.
Yeah, join the Discord. We'll talk in there. I'm already in there, and yeah, like and subscribe. Always great to see you guys. Peace out.
Thanks, buddy. See you later.
Yep.
All right. So you just have me for a little bit, guys. I'm gonna stick around for a little bit and answer some questions. Granny says, I hate having a defense that goes against all my players. I get it, but they can still all eat if you get a pick 6. That's the difference. It's tomorrow the Ted McMillan breakout. With AJ Terrell, I like that a lot more. It's all about touchdowns, right? For him, he's getting the usage. If he catches a touchdown, yes, breakout. If not, yeah. All right, I finished. Rob, you were great. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I have the energy, man. So, hey, did anyone check in the Discord, though? Can you check the, if you're not in the Discord, Cynical, if you want to join, I'd appreciate that. Go in the description. You see the link. Let me know if you can get in because I want to make sure the link is active because I want to get you guys in there. I know you did, Mark. I know in between then and now, I had some people yesterday saying it didn't work. So that's why I'm wondering. Again, I am Amish, bro. I am bad with technology. I'm trying to work through all the shit. That's been a problem with this channel was I just didn't, I put in all the time in terms of the content. I just figured it would just naturally work, and I realized it's not the way things work. It's hard for me to find you guys, hard for you to find me. Now it's working a little bit in terms of like getting some new blood up in here. And this is the blood I want, right? I'm like a vampire. I want the real blood. And right now, all y'all have been watching a lot of these. Elites on everyone watching the whole thing. Mark, you're on a lot of these. Ryan, Discord link isn't active when I tried. Oh, shit. Why is that the case, man? Okay, I'm gonna have to figure that out. This sucks. I can't do that right now, obviously, but I'll figure out why. It worked originally, so let's dive into the Brees versus Mbuka dilemma. I'm torn. I believe that Brees is a safer floor play, just based on the injury right. But I think Mbuka in full PPR would be the play. So it's going to depend on your matchup, right? So if you're favored, I'd probably play Brees. If you're the underdog, I'm going to play Mbuka and shoot for the moon. I think there's more risk in Mbuka, man, with him maybe leaving the game early. So that's my take. Mbuka or Jacoby Myers. Now, this one isn't Mbuka. I think this is a Brock Bowers game. I think this is the Ashton Genty game. And Jacoby Myers has been living off insane volume, right? 12 targets a game kind of shit. Not going to happen again. This could be a Dante Thornton coming out party. I'm just saying, I'm going Mbuka there. That's not close. That's the difference in full PBR. I like the upside of the checkdowns, and that's going to happen. So I get it. It's such a tough decision. It's a good decision to have. I'm guessing you don't have any other plays, ways to move that in and out. But if that's your two players and it's a 3 receiver in a flex league, you're doing well. You should win either way, right? If that's your decision, because they're both solid plays. I got to figure out a way to make this Discord thing work. But again, that's a problem for the other day. I want to get this going though, because I think it sucks that it's not. I want all you guys in there. And I want to also be able to help you guys out when I'm not on this chat because I'm trying to do that shit. We will be monetized here in, lay it on me, Elite. We will be monetized here in 5 days. YouTube is 5 days behind in terms of their stats for watch time and shit. So I'm about to get there probably tomorrow. I might stay on tonight if people watch to get that. So I'm a greedy bastard that needs money, bro. I'm homeless. Look at this shit I'm wearing. This is actually a really nice golf pullover, this is my dog's ashes here. This is Farley. He's a golden retriever. Loved him. God rest his soul. I'm not even religious, but God should rest his soul. BTJ and Mbuka for Gibbs. As long as you can afford if you have other running backs, it's a smash. If you don't have other running backs, it's a problem, but that's a smash because BTJ was the 13th overall pick in ADP and Gibbs was 4th and Ibuka was a 6th rounder. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, Ryan, thanks, dude. You know what? I'm telling you, man, I appreciate it because, there's a reason I did this in the first place. It was the Endless League guys. They're on Fantasy Pros now. They still have their channel, but it's Chris it's Chris Welsh and Scott Bogman. I don't know if you know them. They got me into it. They were just super fun and a fresh look. They're obviously pretty knowledgeable. They're Fantasy Pros. I think I know more just because I play 25 fantasy leagues and I have for 10 years. Like that many leagues and all the gambling. Like no one's more in tune than the NFL with me. By guest Story, how good is fucking Story? Story is the fucking OG of OGs. That guy is a perfect mix for me because he keeps me a little level. And the other guest, Ben's awesome. Dave last night is amazing. I have 4 other guys that are going to come on here. I'm going to have you guys on here shortly once we figure out all the stuff for some guest appearances. So this is going to be a place that's more interactive, and the info is much more intimate. And it's I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with my money, which the other channels aren't doing that. They don't give a fuck about you. Like I do. We can all make money because we're not in the same fantasy leagues. So we can all make money, especially gambling. We're going to eat. We're going to fucking eat, boys. I don't need to eat anymore because I am pretty fat. See that? I can't really show you my belly, but Saquon, Gibbs, Jacobs, and Brees. Oh, you're doing that trade in a heartbeat, bro. You're just like maximizing those receivers right now. Thoughts on Bigsby is only a backup, Marcus. Only a backup. It's fine though, because guess what? I'd rather have the starting running back because he was looking like the backup in Jacksonville. You're going to have the starting running back on Philly, which is amazing because A.J. Dillon sucks and Will Shipley's banged up, and Will Shipley is just a scat back. So, hold on. Oh, you're trading BTJ and Gibbs? Oh, you're trading those guys. BTJ and Ibuka. No, don't do that trade then, man. You can't do that trade. Don't do that trade. Sorry, Elite. I thought it was the other way around. I'd rather have Brian Thomas and Ibuka. For sure. Yeah, don't do that trade. I love Gibbs, but you can't do that trade. Peace, Ryan. I'll be on at 10 a.m. tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central Time. For you, it is actually 10 a.m., Ryan, for start sit and then just a bunch of random shit. And then also at midnight or 11:30 for a recap show. Yeah, you can't do that trade, Elite. Sorry to break it to you. But, I mean, if you really want to go aggressive, I wouldn't put yourself in that hole at wide receiver. You're going to be starting some scrubs there at wide receiver 3. So just keep your guys. You have enough running backs already. I thought you said you were in Chicago, Ryan. Or you're from Chicago and now you're in Arizona. That's I guess, yeah. If you got to go, you got to go. I get it. That's a great quote from a Jurassic Park. When you got to go, you got to go. Fucking runs to the bathroom and leaves the kids. The Nameless Maniac. Yo, bro, I'm doing great, man. Sauced up in here, talking fantasy football. We have, what is it, 8 hours? 9 hours until NFL Week 3 starts, at least Sunday. You think Godwin's return will hurt Ibuka? It's not going to help him. It's not going to help him. It's going to hurt him a little bit, but I'm not too worried about that. We got to see how he looks too, but it's definitely not going to help him. If Judy has a good game, should I try to sell? Definitely sell Judy if you can. He's getting the targets, but he's not a good player. He leads the league in drops, man. So he sucks. Judy sucks. I was a Judy defender forever in Denver, coming out of college. Sucks. What part of Arizona, real quick, Ryan? My folks live in Kingman. I got buddies in Phoenix, which everyone lives in Phoenix. But are you in a? I know your phone's gonna die. You got to get out of here. I'm not trying to keep you, but I have a lot of Arizona ties. So Brees and Brian Thomas Jr. is better than Gibbs and Diggs. I think so, dude. I really do think so. I'm a little worried about Diggs, man. Like, until his snap share increases. Again, I'm not definitive on that one. That's not like that's your call kind of thing. Usually I am pretty definitive on mine, but that's so close that I can't really tell you one way or the other on that one. What's going on, Chris? T. Higgins, Jamison Williams, and Mecca Ibuka, pick 2. Ibuka for sure, as long as he's good to go and there's no like limited tag for him for his usage. And then if it's full PPR, I'm going T. Higgins. If it's half PPR, I'm going Jamison Williams. The scoring matters there because Jameson Williams is coming off a 2-catch game. Granted, it was 100 yards and a touchdown, but he's not going to get a lot of catches. Tucson, yeah. Well, yeah, Chicago. It's Chicago trampoline. All right, buddy. Take care. Get some sleep, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Keeper league, I got Chase and Justin Jefferson, very wide receiver heavy. I have Kanine and Swift. Should I run it rest of the season or trade for a high-end RB? I think you could wait for Kanine to have a breakout game here in a week or two. I know it's keeper. Oh, it's keeper. It's not dynasty. Wait for Kanine to have a big game and try to get a high-end running back. But you can't right now. You can't trade before the game tomorrow because you're going to probably win because you have Kanine. Brulala. Who do I start? Sutton, T-Mac, or Cup? JSN's not going to be out. Illnesses never materialize. I don't know why they put that report out. Sutton, it's probably T-Mac. T-Mac number 1. I'd rank it T-Mac, Sutton, Cup. I think Sutton will have a big game, but you can't is getting that target share right now. So elites. Is that full PPR? Now you got me thinking. So Saquon, Gibbs, and Jacobs is elites. It is elite, but your receivers are elite, man. You're giving up BTJ and fucking Ibuka. Like, I get what you're saying because you could figure out wide receivers later, right? Yeah, JMO is more of a big shot, like, like calling your shot kind of thing. He could easily go for 3 for 40, which is a problem. Or just do Brees and Ibuka sounds better. If you could try to find a third bench player to sweeten it and give him one of your better bench players and take one of his shitty bench players, I like that one. That one I feel much more comfortable about. I think what you're talking about is a wash. I just like to win trades, right? So RB2, who you play between O'Marion, Hampton, Cam Scatterbo, Quinshon Judkins. I think, yeah, dude, you can add Judkins. Wow. I want to say Cam Scatterbo. I really do. Tough matchup, but like I'm optimistic about a snap share. I think worst case it's 50-50 week 3. So Hampton, I'm not touching Hampton. There's a chance Hampton's the backup running back this week, depending on how much share Najee can handle. So I'm going to say it's between Cam and Judkins. I think Cam because he has more pass catching upside than Judkins. And the matchup's so hard. It's harder with Judkins than it is Scatterbo. And I think the snap share is the same. So I'm going to go Scatterbo. Yeah, if you could do that trade, that's the lineup elite. That's the one, man. That's the one right there. Mark says drop Judy for Io Manor. If it's a bench, if Judy's on your bench, I like Io Manor better on my bench. If you have to start Judy, I'd rather start Judy than Io Manor in the near future. Oh, Judy just sitting on my bench. Sorry, I didn't read the rest of your comment. Man, I'm I'm in it right now, so I'm trying to hold it together here. I would rather have Judy starting, Io Manor on my bench. It's close though. Like I'm a big Io Manor fan, but I think cooler heads prevailing. I think I'd rather have Judy because I just feel like we're hoping Io Manor becomes what Judy is my thing. So cynical. How do we feel about this lineup? Bo Nix, Jacobs, Hubbard, Jefferson, Ibuka, Fannin, Mason in the flex. I mean Mason, your flex. Yeah. If that's a 12-teamer, that's an A+. If it's a 10-teamer, it's a B+. Jameer says, who we starting? May, Penix, or Mariota? I would start May. It would in that order. The order you have it is what I do it. May, Penix, Mariota. May is a clear one there. Penix has to have some big plays to produce here because they're going to run the ball a lot. I love Drake London this week. I love his line, but just Drake London, not Michael Penix. Oh, fuck yeah. Get Pickens. Get Pickens right now, dude. That's the play. You're kind of getting him low. That's the one. Cynical, that's a fucking AA+. Not an A+, an AA+, or an A++. Whichever one works in the English language, which right now I think I'm close to speaking in tongues. If I have 3 more beers, I will be speaking in tongues. Who am I kidding, man? That one pod, I know you guys were on. I was on 3.5 hours. I was like 25 beers deep. So, Jameer, Let's see. Hold on. Elise says, hope. Yeah, London will have a bounce back. He's in my betting segment, so you know he will. Am I on an island if I like Mariota? In real life or fantasy, I kind of, you know what? I've been back and forth. I'm starting him, and I'm trying to think who I picked up over him because I was back and forth, but he can be sneaky, and you're going to get some design. They're not going to have to change the offense for Mariota, which I like, and he's going to get some of those design runs, and like it's, they've been kind of trying to protect Daniels a little bit this year, I feel, because they need him long term and not calling design runs. They're not going to worry because this is a minor injury as far as we know for Jaden Daniels. So why not give Mariota like 4 design runs, right? Which is important. That's your fantasy floor right there, right? Still has good weapons. What do we got here? All right. I'm 3 subs in this video. I don't like this. I'm going to see if I can fix this. Here we go. Let's go down to, give me 1 second. We're good. We're good. I'm back. I don't know why it's saying. All right, before I crack this beer, I have this much beer. We have 26 people in here. I know a lot of you guys are subbed to the channel, so you guys can't double sub. I know you would if you could. I got to get 2 subs before I crack this last beer because I am going to be back on here in like 6 or 7 hours and have all that football to do. So there's 19 people in here, 2 or 3 subs. If I get those, I will crack this last beer, answer all your questions. Otherwise, I got to jet. I'm at 2 hours. I have to jet. Like in the next 2 minutes, I have to. I want to have another beer. I want to hang out with you guys, but I have to, dude. It's I keep on doing this to myself and like wake up in the morning just feeling like goddamn shit. What's up, Sven? What quarterbacks are we streaming? I'll go through the list here in a second. Like I said, I've been on here for 2 hours. I'm going to be on for like 5 hours tomorrow before the games and then after the games. If I get 3 subs, I will stay. I got 1. If I get 2 more, I will stay on and answer your questions. I'm already like 20 beers deep, bro. So I will have another beer and hang out with you guys. But just sub, mate. 10 a.m. here in Europe, 9 hours to overthink shit. Yeah, I get that one, dude. If I just get 1 more, I'll stay on. I'm pretty fucking I'm pretty nice. And I'm like a homeless guy begging for fucking change. I just got another one. Give me 1 more. 1 more in the next 2 minutes and I'm staying on. That's it. I'm not gonna fucking raise it again. I want to get to 50 every time. We gotta build this motherfucker. Just made it home from the sports bar. Oh, I'm glad. Hopefully you Ubered, man. My wife drove me tonight, so that helps. Welcome, Chris. I appreciate you, man. Just sub, mate. 10 a.m. Where are you at in Europe, bro? Not that I'm like too knowledgeable. Yeah, you did. Ooh, someone just mentioned me in the Discord. I don't know if they joined. I think I got to figure out the Discord. All right, I got 2. I said 2 or 3. And he's in Sweden. All right, cool. Hell yeah, small town of Sweden, bro. I'm in a small town in Illinois. Mark, yeah, I'm doing live. I do live after every like Thursday night, Monday night, and then definitely after Sunday. That's a big day. So I've been doing at least 10 of these, as you know. 10 of these per week. So it's a lot, man. Currently not working right now. So I've been doing this channel for 4 years. So I'm gonna get to all your questions here. I've been doing this channel 4 years and I've only lost money, a lot of time, but I mean it's a big. For me, we got in person. It was never on this format. It was never like the live streams and then like having people zoom in. So it was a way to get together with my buddies and talk football. We do other shit, movies, pop culture, Joe Rogan shit, just hangouts, right? And now I'm like, you know what? I have 2 months before my job opportunity opens up, and I hope this works out because I just don't have to take my job opportunity. And if I could just pay the bills with this, even half the bills with this in the beginning, I'll eventually just do this full time. I think I can. I have a lot of good shit in the off season too. So I'm starting a segment. I think it's going to be called Open Bar, which, as you can see, would probably be great. Howdy, JD. How you doing? And that's right. Buzz nights before Sunday mornings are always great. Do you FW the war? Kobe, what does that mean? Do you fuck with the war? What war? Is there a Europe war? Hey, Casey's on. Hey, Casey, how you doing, man? We're into this pretty deep right now. You like Mahomes under 0.5 interception? That's tricky. I do like it. It depends on the odds because that's tricky because I'm thinking if they're in a close game, they're losing, he's chucking, right? This is like a fucking Super Bowl for those dudes. So Chandler has, let me know what the odds are that one, Alex. Kelsey or Johnson PPR. It's still Kelsey for me. I'm not getting too cute. It's still Kelsey. I know everyone wants to go Johnson, not me, dude. I would probably go Johnson over like Hawkinson, not Kelsey. Elite says, got to grind before you shine with your persona, talent, knowledge. You'll be the biggest fantasy analyst in the world. I mean, I think that might be a little bit too aggressive, Elite. I mean, even I am not, and I have a ego, confidence, all that shit, but I don't know about that. Although I don't think I'll ever be invited on real shows because I'm not PC at all. I say a lot of fucked up shit, and they don't like that. Like the fantasy footballers, I'd be banned after 1 minute on their show, which I don't want to be on that fucking piece of shit show, by the way. Who would? It's a good show. Betting Pearsall the hit over 80 and a score. That's an alt line too, last name. So yeah, I'm gonna go through. Elite says, I've been watching Fantasy Analysts for a decade. You're by far my favorite. Well, thanks, man. I've watched a lot of them too. So I think I picked up a lot of their good habits and their good qualities. And I try to not have their bad qualities, especially in the live streams. I see, again, I hate to bring up Smitty in the fantasy football show. That guy's a total fucking cocksucker. He's an asshole, bro. And I think he's so biased. He doesn't, I opened the beer, by the way. He doesn't give anyone else a chance to have an opinion. So, granted, it's only him because I don't think he has the balls to have other intelligent people on his show on like a FaceTime because they could own him on some of his takes. And because here's a funny story real quick before I get to your questions. Again, the fantasy football show with Smitty, the bald guy that wears the glasses. He had this whole show where he was like Garrett Wilson, top 5 receiver. No fucking Garrett Wilson, guaranteed top 5 receiver. I love Garrett Wilson's talent. He was like going through his like what he thinks he's gonna have. He's like 1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns, blah blah. And I wanted to be like, I would call in and he wouldn't answer my call because he would just hate on me. And I was like, dude, I want to be like, that Justin Fields touchdown number this year in Vegas, passing touchdown was 14.5. So he was trying to say that Garrett Wilson's going to have 14 receiving touchdowns, yet the quarterback is at 14.5. Now that was a low number. I love the over on that number. I still do, even with the missing week, but that's a bad fantasy take because that's just like going on a limb. Like, dude, have a little bit of like groundedness towards you. That's never going to happen. Me saying Tucker Kraft's a top 3 tight end, which I did, is factual because Tucker Kraft's a great player tied to a great offense, and top 3 tight end can only catch 9 touchdowns and be there. So not to go on a rant, but like with what you're saying, Elite, like that's the shit that pisses me off about some of these dudes. Like they just say shit to say shit. Not me, bro. Minus 132 for that Mahomes interception, under an interception. Yeah, I like that one. If it was minus 150, no, I like that. Let's hit that one. I'm gonna hit that. I know you like your deeper start sits. Who do you pick it up between Gainwell and Rachaad White? It's Rachaad White. Just because I like the offense better in Tampa Bay. They're the same player, essentially, same snap share. Rachaad White's a better player and a better offense. JD, Hockenson is looking worse. Hockenson's donezo, brother. He's donezo. JCM at 1.5 now, while others are at 0.5. What is that? 1.5 what? Can't bet Pearsall right now on FanDuel. Go to a sportsbook in person. Yeah, they've been taking that game off, dude, like a lot, like all the props. It's super weird. That's a good call. These multi-ligament tears, JD, it's one thing if you do one or the other. The multi-ligament tears, which is what Nick Chubb had, which is what Javonte Williams had, they take multiple years. And the problem with Hockenson is he didn't really have the athletic ability before that. He wasn't exactly like a stud, like a Brock Bowers. So he might never come back. Chris says last night Adam Thielen was 9-1 to score TD. Now he's 6-1. Yeah, that's a good call. That makes sense. Although Adam Thielen has done nothing. He caught a 2-point conversion, I think, and that's it. Nah, brother, Pacheco top 5 running back. Yeah, that's something that's something that he would say, like things like that. And hey, I had some missed calls, bro. Like Justin Fields, like I can't call him this yet. He was a top 5. Like I had him ranked at quarterback 7 this year, almost top. But I'm still not saying that's a miss. He had one really bad game and one amazing game. Chris Olave was one of my guys, Calvin Ridley, but like those guys are not like Pacheco is a miss because his usage is just bad. What's an absolute random player you can see scoring tomorrow? You know what? I'm going to go through some of my random bets here. Again, not a touchdown guy, but I do some first touchdown stuff. That's what I like to do with the crazy odds, like 30-1 dudes. Yeah, Pacheco's a great player. It's not him, man. He looks fine. They're just playing fucking, and Rashad Smith hasn't even been there yet. Juwan Jennings is questionable. That's it. Yeah, we know Max starting. We know Jennings is playing. If you watch the show, Jennings has half of his contract. They restructured it. It's $7.5 million guaranteed and $7.5 million additional in incentives, like stat incentives. So that's why Juwan Jennings is playing through all these injuries, because he knows his contract is tied. His raise is tied to his performance. If he misses games, it's not efficiency, right? It's how much stats does he compile. So he's going to. My buddy Dave made the greatest comparison yesterday. He's like, he doesn't care if Juwan Jennings' guts are falling on the field. He's going to Saving Private Ryan that shit and play, which is what he's going to do. He's going to leave a lot of games early, though, unfortunately. JD, I wouldn't trust Thielen right now. Yeah, this week, though, I don't mind that bet. Yeah, dude, peep it up. Give it to me. I have time. I mean, sometimes I take a while, and sometimes I do miss some comments. And like for like the real big contributors, like I sometimes will pass up yours just for like a first timer. I'm sorry. I know it probably seems like a dick move because I should probably get to my guys that are helping the channel. There's just a lot, and I don't have a producer or anyone for this, so this is just all me, dude. Oh, my bad, Elite. Jalen Lane. Is that Chasey Lane that the Bloodhound Gang sang about? Dear Chasey Lane, I wrote to explain. It's a good song. I'm a bad singer. I'm a drummer, dude. I can't sing. Fuck. Why can't I see it? Peep that. Oh, here it is. Sorry. Way up there. My bad. It's an 8-man league, so I don't flex it. It's Hurts, Henry, CMC, Gibbs, A-Chain, Kamara. Yeah, you got to trade for a wide receiver for sure. Kittle Craft's great. You got Marv. So Marv, Tyreek. I would get rid of Tyreek Hill right now, brother, because you have to. You have to. No, it's not crazy to play Mariota, bro. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Oh, the backup tight ends for Jacksonville. Yeah, Hunter Long. Hunter Long's one of them, Steve. He had one in the first week. I love betting first touchdown scorers on back. Yeah, give it a Tyreek Hill, especially in the 8-man league. He's so inconsistent. He's got name value. Pair him with a running back and get an elite wide receiver. Get a Justin Jefferson. I don't know if you had him. I don't remember, but one of those dudes, a Drake London. You know, this is my last beer, by the way. This has to be my last beer. I don't mind the Raiders' defense this week. I know it's not ideal, but they looked pretty piss poor, though, unfortunately. But this is a must-win game. I mean, it's a must-win game for both teams, honestly. More so for Washington because they have Super Bowl aspirations. So, yeah, Marcus. I put it in the fucking description, Marcus, but apparently that link isn't working. I don't fucking know. I have to try to figure out why it's not working. I got to figure that out. So I will figure that out for you guys. I know like 8 or 9 guys already in there, but I know a lot more would be in there. Go check it if you want. Maybe it works for you. Go in the description of this video and it says join the Discord. So we are all glad we skipped Tyreek Hill. unless he gets traded to the Chiefs, which would be a little bit of a boom, but cynical. The Steelers have the highest paid defense by a large margin this year. So I am hopeful because they have so much money on the defense. They're a defensive franchise, defensive coach. That has to get better. It's rough right now, man. It can't be any worse. So if I was a Steelers fan, I'd be like, what the fuck? What's going on here? But they're 1-1, man. You know, the Steelers are still going to win 9 games. We know this, right? Happens every year. Two quarterback league have Mariota, Stroud, Mac Jones, and Rattler. Got to start 2 out of the 4. Mac Jones and Stroud. I'm going Stroud. Stroud and Mac. Well, no, Elite, you didn't switch it. You asked the question that happened to be our exact question. And like I said, I have 25 leagues that I manage. 24 that I manage. He has that on his account in Fantrax because that's his only Fantrax account, public league. And I don't want to have to deal with waivers on that one and like picking shit up right when it clears. So I forgot about that one. And like, he just kind of managed our team and gives me the, the lineup and start sit decisions. So we put our money where our mouth is. So if we both agreed, but we had Drake May in our slot, why would we say that and then do another thing? That's the whole thing about this channel. I'm going to tell you exactly what I would do. I'm not going to try to fucking tell you something I wouldn't do. So life advice, fantasy advice, sex advice, any advice, I'm just going to tell you what I think I would do. Now, I think you trust my fantasy and gambling advice more than life advice. Not exactly the biggest winner in the world. Not a loser either. I got a hot wife. She's awesome. Got a cool dog. I've been on my own since I was 18. I still rent. I don't own a house, which is kind of stupid, but I have my own place since I was 18. I get it done. You know what I mean? Decent sized cock. Kind of funny. Good drummer. Scratch bowler. Scratch golfer. I'm good at things. Decent at back rubs, but Steelers have a great pass rush with a lot of talent. The back end. Yeah, the back end's a problem, bro. Hey, the Discord link is working now. So yeah, if you guys want to check that out, good. Mark says, any players on top of your head that might get traded this year? Yeah, it's Browns players for sure. It's Njoku, it's Judy, I think are the top of that list. I'm just going through the bottom. Like Chris Olave could be one of those guys. Guys like that, right? Like that are on losing teams that could help a team. Maybe a backup quarterback. Drop Jerome Ford to pick up Chargers defense this week. Didn't want to drop Steelers defense yet. Oh, I hate when people hoard defenses, man. Like, I think I hate when people hoard defenses more than quarterbacks because defenses are always available. And that's just the dumbest thing. Because for me, I'm always a defense streamer. So when I look and there's only 9 defenses in the wire, I get pissed. Then I had to start hoarding them, but I don't want to hoard the Jags and the Giants. Chandler says 18-man league start Halane. Oh, whoa. Wow. Whoa.
Hey, guys, the management needs everybody to get out because they caught a guy jerking off in here, and they're going to send in a crew to wipe down the loads. Go ahead.
That's wild. I had never played an 18-man league, so I would say Woody Marks and McNichols are my 2. I like Halane. Halane was a fucking preseason hero, bro, with the Seahawks. I would probably rank it Woody Marks 1 because it doesn't seem like a Goombawale is going to get any snaps. And just check the inactive. Now, Goombawale is actually going to be active because they love him on special teams. I think I'm going to rank it Woody Marks, McNichols, Halane. Xavier Scott, who the fuck is that? I don't even know who Xavier Scott is. So you got me, bro. It's gonna be Woody Marks number 1, and then McNichols. I think that's a close one. Marks and McNichols. I love that. Thank you, Chandler. That just made my day. That got my dick hard, bro. Stroud's gonna have a good fantasy day. No, Steve, you're not. He's gonna have a good fantasy day. Like I just said it. One of my bets of the week is Nico Collins. I didn't have the balls to take Stroud just because I don't know what that game's gonna look like. Stroud he's the most appreciated fantasy asset in the history of the world because if last year he was he was the 5th quarterback taken, which was insane. I was way off that, but Stroud is still a good quarterback. The offensive line sucks, but it's going to be okay. Chargers are my 2nd team. I'm pleasantly surprised with them. Yeah, they look great, man. Super Bowl contenders. What's your Sunday setup look like? How many TVs and what's on them? Red Zone on my main TV, and then I'll have a dual. I have an Android box, so I have every game. I can get like each broadcast of each game, and that's counting college. Dude, it's so crazy. It's $300. It's illegal. I shouldn't be saying this. The apps are illegal. The box is free, or the box costs money, but the box is legal. And then, so I'll watch 2 games at a time, and I'll have Red Zone on. Unfortunately, Red Zone's behind, but I already know what happens. I just want to see the plays. And then I go through and I rewatch not every game. I want to say I do, but with this pod and having a life, I can't. I will rewatch at the bare minimum. I'll watch the YouTube full highlights, which is like 18 minutes per game, depending on 14 to 18. I watch all those. I try to watch the coaches cams or the all 22 cam. I watch a lot of film. I look at a box scores and I listen to a lot of analysis. So, yeah, I actually put in the work, and that's not even just for this channel. It's for my $7,000 I have riding on fantasy and for the bets that I make. I want to see what's actually happening with my own eyes. from a different perspective because it's hard. It's hard just watching like red zone, right? I love red zone's preferred. Like if you only have one option, red zone is crack. Red zone is shooting right into your fucking veins, dude. You hear that goddamn witching hour. My wife loves the witching hour, bro. She fucking loves it. I love my wife too. She plays 11 leagues, bro. She's hot. She's so cool playing fucking fantasy football with me. I think she knows she had no choice. Defenses and kickers are usually week to week unless they're doing good. 100%, man. That's why you don't draft them because we don't know. Now, Brandon Aubrey's different, but look at Denver's defense, man. People were taking them in like 5 or 6 rounds ahead of the last round. It's in like 11th round. And I'm benching them. I took them in one league because I got them in like the 16th. I'm benching them for the Seahawks this week. Woody Marks to the moon, son. Oh, Xavier Scott. See, look at that, JD. So now I lost all my credibility not knowing Xavier Scott. I thought it was didn't they just sign fucking Cam Akers? It's not Cam Akers. Is Cam Akers gonna be inactive? Oh, I love stashing Woody Marks, especially because I if you've been watching this at all, I've been saying since June, or it was maybe July, whenever the Joe Mixon news came out, right when it happened, I said he's not playing this year. And then every day that passes, you don't get any news. I'm telling you, Joe Mixon's not playing football this year. So, and eventually Nick Chubb, especially if they're losing, if they keep on losing, this is good for Woody Marks because Nick Chubb is Nick Chubb. They're not going to play Nick Chubb, a veteran, when they're fucking 2-6, right? I love that question though, right? Deep ass question. Yeah, I think they trust Akers, and the thing is, Akers only been in the building 4 days, but Cam Akers they traded for Cam Akers in back-to-back years. This is the 3rd year they've acquired Cam Akers. He knows Kevin O'Connell. He knows the system. That's my only, I get the deep, stab, and I appreciate the knowledge there. I would rather probably play Cam Akers if I had a choice over that dude, but I'm playing the other guys for sure. It's perfect quarterback backup with my Nico stack. Yeah, dude, he'll be fine. He's running a lot more this year, too. Dude, Stroud's, again, my bet of the week or bet of Monday Night Football was Stroud's rushing yards. He crushed that in the second quarter. Yeah, Elite, get some sleep. I need to as well. I'm going to stick on for this beer, though, because I got some new guys in here, and that's what I do. Akers will be ahead of Scott. That's exactly what I said. I didn't read that, but I think we said it at the same time. The O-line will get better, Steve. It has to get better. They have added some commercials, dude. It's bullshit. I don't pay for it, so I can't be bitching. Oh, welcome commercials. But if I was paying for it, which they charge a pretty penny, I'd be fucking pissed. Again, I got a couple more minutes on here. If you have not subscribed, if you're in here, there's 32 people in here. 7 days a week. Look at the chat. These dudes love it. I love it. I love you. Story was on here earlier. The guests are elite. It's elite. It's different. It's fun. Check it out. Let's do it. Let's see. Flo says that Buka don't play Pearsall, Wandale. It's Pearsall. Like not even close. It's Pearsall. Pearsall is a set and forget player. See, look at Steve. Eventually, see, I love that I'm not getting that much exposure in terms of subs and all that shit, but I'm getting the right ones. Steve, 100% Steve. You're my dude. Elite, my dude. Cynical, been on here. My dude. JDT, seen you in here. My dude. Frank, I think I've seen Frank in here. It might have been another Frank. If Swift goes down tomorrow, you think Monungai takes over Roshan? In the short term, yes, and probably in the long term too. They like Monungai. I was a Roshan guy. Even coming out of Texas, I liked him as a backup to Bijan. Thought he had good film in college. He just has never done shit. He's never done shit, and they just hate him there. And it is what it is. I don't think Monungai is very good. I got something for you. Someone asked for some 100-yard guys. I'm going to go through to end the show here. I got another sub. Thank you, whoever subbed. I have this much of my beer, by the way. R2. I got gear. I'm gonna start getting more apparel here for the newer updated channel, and we're gonna start getting some of that to you guys. Well, JMO is a great matchup. I just wouldn't play JMO over Ricky Pearsall. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, Blake is he was in here. Blake's always in here. Same with you, Steve, dude. You guys are the shit. So I'm going to go through my bets, and I have some long shot bets for you. Elite, if you got to go to sleep, I get it. I'm going to go through with these again at 9:30 tomorrow or 10 o'clock, whatever it's going to be. I'm going to set it on the channel here. 9:30 or 10, between 9:30 a.m. and 10. I'm sorry I was late tonight, but again, I was out, and I was an hour away from my house, and my wife was driving, so it was hard for me to be like, bitch, get in the fucking car for my podcast. I did end up saying that, but, I didn't want to go too much on that one. I got some long shots for y'all, though. For sure, long shots. I do yardage long shots and some first touchdown long shots. So let's see what I have here. Ooh, Darnell Washington of the I bet this one already. 45-1. That's the third string tight end. But third string tight end on the Steelers means like second string tight end because they play a lot of tight ends. 45-1. First touchdown score. 45-1. Geno Smith is 30-1. Yeah, there you go, Elite. Again, these are long shots. Darnell Washington, 45-1. Geno Smith, first touchdown score is 30-1. Matt Stafford, first touchdown score is 55-1. Now, I know he doesn't run, but you know what? If they get to the half-yard line, I know it's Kyron time. Why not give him a sneak? I feel like that's it. I feel like that's 55-1 is way too high for any starting quarterback in this situation. You won't rage. You're going to win, bro. You're going to win. Dude, the odds on Darnell Washington are good. I like the Matt Stafford one the best. The Eagles play the Rams, man. Okay, we have let's see. This one I did is this is my Lawrence and okay. A lot of these are alternate lines with my bets. This one I really like. Travion Henderson is what is it? Travion Henderson is 200-1 to have the most rushing yards. 200-1. Now, Travion Henderson, I don't trust. I bet on DraftKings, FanDuel, Bet365. I have all of them, bro. I don't have money on all of them just because I like to. DraftKings, FanDuel, and 365. Travion Henderson, guys, 200-1 to lead to have the most rushing yards on Sunday. Not Monday, just Sunday. 200-1. I mean, he has all he needs to do is take an 80-yarder to the house in the first quarter. I know it's like saying all he has to do, but if he does that and he gets more snaps, like he just needs like 160 yards, right? 160 yards. 200-1 is just fucking crazy. It should not be that for a fucking home run hitter. So I put $2 on that one to win $2 to win 400. I mean, I feel like that's a 100-1 shot, not a 200-1 shot. What are you guys' thoughts on that? I'm just kind of throwing out sprinkles here. At the end, again, I'm going to give you my actual locks, but Marvin Harrison to lead Sunday in receiving yards is 65-1. I like that 65-1. I'm going to give you all my. I sprinkled so much on Travion Henderson that I'm a little worried, and I was drunk when I did it, and I just love the odds. So Travion Henderson for 70+ all-purpose yards. That's only receiving and rushing is 3-1. 80+ is 5-1. 90+ is 7-1. 100+, this is all-purpose yards, is 11-1. I just went all the way up. 110+ is 16-1. 120+ is 23-1. 130+ is 34-1. I see. I was drunk. I'm looking through these. I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah, he's a rookie that hasn't getting a lot of playing time. Last week he was, and he had 3 holding calls in one drive, and they benched him. So I'm just saying. Here's the thing. Whatever we want to say about these bets, with the odds I'm talking about, especially the 200-1 one, if let's just say Stevenson gets hurt in the first quarter, like those odds are fucking 10 times more likely. No, 10 times more likely to hit. But like when you get out, Henderson's a good player. He just needs to see the field. Now, there's a lot of ways that can happen. Maybe the game plan changes. We don't know. Maybe Ramondre Stevenson gets hurt. We don't know. Maybe he pops off a really long run and that gets him more playing time. That's all he needs. So I just see these odds, and again, I'm not advocating for people to start him in fantasy this week because it could be a nothing. But that's why I like alt lines, right? I'm not betting his actual number with like big money because I just don't know. But I like saying 7-1 because it's easier on the tongue, bro. I talk a lot. I gotta go eat my wife's fucking snatch after this. Henderson looks fine. Like he looks better than Hampton and Harvey and kind of Genty if you want. I still like Genty more, but he looks good. It's just about playing time, right? I do have a couple other ones. Cam Ward, 25+ rushing yards is plus 318. There you go. Elite. Henderson, this is another one. Henderson just 50 plus rushing yard for Henderson is plus 620. Chandler says start Wicks or McDaniels at second flex. It's Wicks. Wicks by a long shot, bro. Wicks is going to play a lot of snaps, dude. I don't know, man. Hey, what's up, Flo? Cheers, man. We had a Sweden guy in here. We had a German. I appreciate that. Hopefully you're an NFL fan. Appreciate having all of the countries represented up in here. So I love my Germans. I know sometimes you guys got a bad rap from the past, but y'all weren't alive for that shit. Yeah, good cars too. Hot women, good beer. Love it. Hampton looks good, but he's lacking speed. He's slow as shit. Just so you guys know, this is what I call him.
You know what? I'm not gonna take it easy because this talking dump of a bouncer is starting to get on my nerves. I'm gonna have you fired, dickhole.
All right, I got a couple alt lines for you. Andrews TD I like too. First TD for Andrews, I like that. I like his anytime as well. Chandler got Italy, so we got some countries up in the. So Cedric Tillman 70 plus yards. These are all alt lines I like. If you want to sprinkle them in, I like doing the round robins with these. Cedric Tillman 70 plus is plus 384. AJ Brown 100 yards is plus 309. Terry McLaurin 80 yards is plus 338. Andre Yoshibash 40 plus yards is plus 526. Over 5-1 odds for Yoshi to have 40 yards. DK 90 yards plus 296. Pickens 90 yards plus 328. Darius Slayton. This is the play for Monday night. I'm going to give you this one now. Darius Slayton has played 92% of the snaps this year and has like 30 yards receiving. He is as good of a player as Wan'Dale Robinson. His 50 yards for Darius Slayton, 50 plus yards is 4-1 odds, plus 401. That's what I'm going to hammer on Monday night, dude. So that is a lot of the deep things. I'm just kind of, yeah, we know Andrews sucks, but don't worry about it. Andrews is catching a touchdown this week, guaranteed. I don't know if it's his first touchdown, but it's happening. So hopefully you guys got all those. I went, those are all my deep, like I'm throwing $1 on a lot of those, or I'm parlaying them together in a round robin. That way they don't all have to hit. But if you like some of those, throw $5 on them, 4-1. I would only bet them if I think it's better odds than what it is. CD 2 plus touchdowns, Henderson 2 plus TDs, ETN 2 plus TDs. Ooh, Chris. Now Henderson's tough because the usage, but if it, I was talking about all those yardage numbers. That is sexy, brother. What? So that's $1 to win $1,100 is what that is. That's worth a fucking shackle, bro. Because CD is I'd say a 30% chance of that. I say Henderson's a 10% chance of that. ETN's a 20% chance of that. So I don't know what those numbers equal out to, but it's probably better than 1,100 to 1. So, or yeah, that's fucking nuts, my man. Give me that one. My European brothers, if you have not subscribed, subscribe. Check it out. You're going to be getting this, especially with your hours over there, man. I'm on late night, so it's a good time for you guys. I'm on all times of the day too. So, we've gotten like 10 subs in this video. Not great for 2 hours and 28 minutes. 22 likes though. Like I said, man, if we get to 50 subs and 50 likes in any of these videos, which I go for 3 fucking hours, I'm giving away a free $10 bet. You can place that. He could place that 1,100 to 1 odds bet, and a $10 bet pays $11,000. You don't have to risk any money. I'll risk it. So I don't know. It's on the banner. It's easy money, right? Flo, appreciate you. I know I've seen you in here before, Flo. That's the problem with a lot of these. Like now it's getting like a little bigger to where there's like 30 people in here and like 25 of them are already subbed. I know there's always a couple stragglers. I guess the chat will speak for itself because these dudes are fucking awesome. They have apparently mad respect for me. I don't know why. I'm the drunken buffoon, but I know my football. And I was giving dating advice earlier. That was pretty cool. And my guests speak for themselves. Story's a G. Dave's a G. I got 4 or 5 just like awesome guys. Again, we're going to have some of you guys on here in the coming weeks when I get the Patreon set up and I get some of this stuff set up. We're going to get some of you guys on here as guests. I'll have a guest day. We have fucking 6 of us in here. I'll rotate you all in. Whatever we want to do. Have random picks, dude. I'm in for all that kind of shit. That's what we're about here. Equality, right? No one's better than anyone else. That's my thing. All right, I'm going to go through my bets here for those of you that didn't watch the gambling show. Again, if you want these bets, you need to bet them now. All these lines have changed for these prop bets, but if you want to bet them, subscribe if you haven't, and put your notifications on, because Friday it's between 5 and 7 p.m. Central Time Zone. I put these bets out. I am 7-1 on the year, 64% against the spread the last 4 years. This one's moved up. Marvin Harrison has moved up to 50 yards, but it's 46.5 receiving yards over that number. I think you could maybe find it at 49. I still love it. I love it up to 55. That one's a smash. That's my bet of the week, as well as this one. I have 2 bets of the week. Trevor Lawrence over 10.5 rushing yards. I love the ladder on this one. All the alt lines. His 50-yard rush. I know it's a lot. 50 yards. It's like fucking 15-1 or some shit. Maybe higher than that. I love this bet. He's getting this in the first quarter, gentlemen. And you can message me in the Discord when he does. Calvin Ridley over 49.5. Super low for him. Calvin Ridley's going to crush this number tomorrow. These next 2 are tied together with depreciated receivers, kind of similar to Ridley, but I love both these. Drake London over 64.5. That line has stayed there. Might be able to get a 63.5 now. Nico Collins at 68.5, over 68.5. And this last one is tough because Ladd McConkey's number is up to 64.5. That has raised 10 yards since I bet it on Thursday. So, Marvin Harrison still at 47.5, baby. Ladd McConkey's is over 60 on every platform. I still like it at 60. Obviously, I love it at 54. But there's a reason it went up that high, because everyone was hammering that. And that was just a stupid line to begin with. So that's why it's not my favorite bet, because you can't get it that number. If it was 54, you can get it at. That would be my favorite bet of the week. But the first 2 and the last one are my favorite 3. Again, I went 5-0 last week on these, and I wanted to do only 3 or 4 like I usually do. And I love these lines so much, I did 6. Not because I'm winning money. It's just, I know I had to be disciplined, but I love these lines so much, I had to do 6. I couldn't leave them off. And I wanted A.J. Brown as well. A.J. Brown 61.5. Love that one. But I didn't want to do 7. But that would be the honorable mentions, A.J. Brown. And Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton's like 54.5. Also honorable mention. I didn't bet those. I should probably put them in like a little mini parlay, because I think they're going to hit. All right. Holy shit. It is fucking 3:40 in the morning. Anything else? You guys got any last second questions? Right. Yeah. I like the takes. But I'm one where I put my money where my mouth is. I never give a bet out. Like, I know there's other shows that put bets out that don't actually bet them themselves. That's just fucking blasphemy to me, bro. I want to be rooting for these guys and these players and be right as much as I want to win the money. And that's bullshit. That's because they're making fucking $200K a year on their channel. So they don't give a fuck what happens. It's about clicks. No. Yeah. I want the clicks. I want the money. And I know with the money comes the clicks. That's how you win. That's how you earn the respect of your contemporaries, right? And that's what I'm trying to do. And that's what I've done. You can go back on every beat in the odds I put out in the last 4 years. And I had my guests on the show. They struggled. That's why I didn't really kick them off, but it was also I want to do it on my time. And I am 65% on my bets. All big bets, mostly prop bets. I do bad on lines. Chandler says, do I like Ted over 62.5? I do like that a lot. I would actually prefer his DraftKings sometimes offers the fantasy points. And that was my thing with Andrews I want to do. They didn't release it, is the fantasy points, because I like Ted to score a touchdown this week, but I don't want to bet his touchdown number and I don't want to bet his yards number. So I could kind of hedge the bet with the fantasy points. And I think he's going to do one or the other. He's either have a big yardage game or a touchdown and 55 yards. But yes, I would definitely not bet the under on Ted. So I do like the over. I'm just a little worried about Bryce Young, the pipsqueak. So Alex says Ridley line is at 52.5. Yeah. Generally for me, this is my process. So I'm going on spots this year, and I have been the last couple of years. Not so much the matchup. The matchup matters, right? The player matters. All this shit matters. I'm going in the spot. So before the lines come out, I don't do projections in terms of what I think they're going to do. I do projections on what I think Vegas would put it at. And any line, I list about 20 players that I'm targeting this week based on what they did previous weeks, the talent level, the matchup, etc. I do 20 names or so, and I put the number on what I think Vegas should have it at based on what they were previously, their prior performance, their matchup, all that shit, right? And when I see a guy for me, I had Marvin Harrison at 58.5. That's what I thought they'd put it at. And they put it at 46.5. If it's a 10 under, I'm hammering that right away. No questions asked. I don't care. And maybe my projections are wrong, but usually they're not. And then I go through after that. I make sure what I project them to have, all that kind of stuff. So I mix all those things together. I don't just look at the matchups because guess what? Guys move around, right? They're not just seeing the same corner. Ladd McConkey's a slot player. Like he's not seeing Petrus Surtain, shit like that. And I do that, and then I find that's why this week I had 6, and last week I had 5 because like the numbers, and I went 5-0. The numbers were just too good, and the quarterback rushing thing is weird. That's more of like a sixth sense, a Bruce Willis, if you will, because I go off what kind of defense they play, right? Like zone heavy teams are not good against rushing quarterbacks. Like you don't want a rushing quarterback line over when you have a team that's very heavy on zone. And I like to go off these middling rushing quarterbacks that that are capable, right? Trevor Lawrence, CJ Stroud, not Jared Goff or Stafford, though, like not Kyler Murray. His line's always like 36. The guys that they set it like 8 or 9 yards. Those are the money bets because you get a guy like Jordan Love. I hit that bet easy. CJ Stroud, Monday Night Football. I hit that bet easy. They're 8.5. Like that's Trevor Lawrence at 10.5 is a sin. Trevor Lawrence is a fucking athletic dude that just doesn't run. He can run. He will run. They might run a couple plays for him running this week. Might be that kind of game. That's how that's my process there. So I'm just trying to give you my process of how I do it. It's not always right. Sometimes I have bad weeks. And this week, I hope it's not one of them. I am 7-1. I think worst case scenario, those go 3-3. So Ridley line at 52.5, I still like it. I would like it up to 54.5. Obviously, I like 49.5 better. I would like it at 52.5, Alex. Yes. Mark says, Iowa man over 36.5. That seems really low. I do like it. I just like the Ridley line a little better. Just it's Calvin Ridley, man. Like I like that better. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night too, JD. We all have fun tomorrow. Again, if you guys want to check it out tomorrow at 9:30 or 10, I'll probably call it 10 because I'm probably gonna want to sleep a little bit. 10 a.m. Central for the start sit and just general stuff. I have a couple more minutes. I'm gonna finish this beer. And then I'm out because this is a 2 hours. Every time I do this, it ends up being almost 3 hours. I don't know how. I mean, you guys are cool in the chat. You keep me entertained on my feet. Again, I have no stats in front of me. All the stats I read off that are generally really accurate are all up here. All right, all up here. So that's just what happens. So I'm gonna play you guys off with a clip, and then that's it. So if you have I got 30 seconds. Any last question, I will answer any question you have before I finish this beer, and then I'm logging off. So, ooh, Chandler, is that on DraftKings, dude, for Tet? That has to be half PPR, right? Because I think DraftKings is full PPR, dude. Or is that a projection on like a fantasy website? Alex says, do I start Jordan Mason over ETN? Jordan Mason is 100% a start. You have to start Jordan Mason. Okay, Chandler, that has to be half PPR then on Prize Picks because that would be 60 yards. 6 catches for 60 yards would be 9, and they're factoring in probably a half touchdown projection. So I think I like that one, bro. I don't know. Do I like that or the 62 yards? I don't know. Jennings for sure over Kraft at flex. Probably. Just hey, check for the designation tomorrow for Kraft. If you hear he's limited, then I'd probably go Jennings. If you don't hear anything he's playing, yeah. Oh, hey, Mark. Jesus, you're up late. I'm up late too. It's been a long stream. All right. Sorry if any of you guys bolted. I don't know if you just joined. I don't know if you're new to the channel. Sorry if you just joined. We're almost approaching 3 hours in this chat. I'm going to be on again tomorrow at 10 a.m. If you want to sub and you get notifications when I go live, we've been crushing these chats, making money. If you want to know the bets for tonight or for tomorrow, just go to my channel and there's Beating the Odds, the 5-minute video, not the live stream, gives you 6 bets. I just went through them like 4 times in this 2 hours. So Marvin Harrison for 1, over smash. Trevor Lawrence rushing. But check that out. So, ooh. Jordan Love, 5.5 yards. Just run, please. Damn. Yeah, he was 6.5 on the game I bet. That was Thursday Night Football. Shit, they didn't release that. That's super low. Yeah. Okay. So you put $20 on Marvin Harris and Nico Collins over. You got to bet them all, Marcus. You got to bet them all because I don't know if those are the two that are going to hit. I would bet them all. Just put them all. And if they don't hit, then you can murder me. But they're going to hit, baby. Oh, man. All right. That's it for me. I'm going to play off of the clip. And then I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Love your life. Be positive. Respect each other. And just have a good time. Can we just all have a good time? I love having a good time.
Tell me, officer, do you have any idea how fast you were going?
Well, I got a 426 Hemi in her. I can get her up to as good as 155. Never do, though, of course, unless I'm chasing a cute chick in a Ferrari. I guess I was going about 65, tops.
7 miles an hour. And normally when I stop people, they pull onto the shoulder.
Peace, gentlemen. Appreciate you, Chandler. I will talk to you tomorrow.